Hey everybody, welcome to the stream. I'm just waiting on Nadgey, so I don't know where he is. But thanks for joining us. What's up, Prince Leone? People are expecting OCs because of the Bound Hero battle, but we'll see. That'd be kind of disappointing. How's it going, Daniel and Zachary? And Nathan. Nadgey's not just here yet. He told me he was going to be a little bit late. That's why we started at 9:10. But, he still hasn't gotten back to me. So hopefully he gets here soon. What's up, Viewable Owl? D-Sam Plasma, Neat Newt Chaos, Christopher C, Chihiro Fu, Kitan and Shay, Special Smog, and Sunrose, and Dotstep, and Crimbo. Welcome, guys. Thanks for joining us. I'm just gonna awkwardly wait here until Nadgey gets here. Tried the Valentine's Day banner, and I got Valentine's Leaf and 40 orbs, so I'm pretty happy. Congratulations, Rosalie. And how's it going, Rebecca Hernandez? And Karama. If you guys could help me with my audio balancing, if my mic is too loud, seems a little weird. Let me double check this. Testing, testing. That's okay. Speedy started to play Genshin. I know if I put in 1,000 hours, it's your, it's your fault. It's too much fun for me. Sorry. Audio sounds good. Great. Hope your day has been good so far. It's been pretty good. Thank you, Ren. Ready for Shay vs 999 because I'm not. Shay, I know you're not having a very good time, but you know, just if it's too overwhelming, you don't watch it, but just give it time before you, like, call it crap because you don't understand what's going on. I didn't get to try the new tower defense mode yet. Sounds fine, thank you. Got a Patty commission. I think Nadgey just joined the call. Nadgey Pog? Oh, look at that. Good job, Crimbo. A side perspective. What's up, Nadgey? Thanks for joining us, late.
I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Yeah.
No, I know. Gotta get more ice cream. How you doing, man? We're live, by the way. I don't know if you knew that.
Oh.
Yeah, sorry.
I love it.
I should always tell people when they're live and they don't know it. Just give me a second, guys. Let me adjust his camera. So what's up, dude?
What's up?
You doing okay?
Yeah, doing pretty good.
Great. Are you ready for 999?
Yeah.
Alright, I think we're good. I need the chat to help audio balance now.
Wait.
My bad, guys. Can you hear
Apparently
everything?
I have an echo.
You have an echo? Talk?
Hello?
I see. I thought I muted my mic on this end, but I didn't. No, I did. That's weird. Why are you coming through? Talk again?
Hello?
Why are you coming Talk?
Yes. Oh,
okay, is
that's
that better, guys?
I
Okay.
didn't hear myself, yeah.
I clicked a button on the soundboard, on the mixer. Is that better, guys? Hey, what's up, Chaz? Up, down, west. Nadgey, can you talk for me?
Garu, maids, Felicia.
That looks good. That looks good.
Nice.
But, chat can help. We're gonna get started. Do you remember what happened last time?
We left this man asleep on a bed, and there was mannequins,
And we solved the room.
Yeah.
We did that. Speedy, though, zero time dilemma. I don't know what you're saying by that, Viewable Owl, but if you're asking if we're gonna play zero time dilemma on stream, probably not. Alright, you ready, Nadgey? Was that a yes?
Yep.
Okay, great. Alright. They left the operating room. The hallway took them around several corners and past several doors, but they were all locked.
There too, huh? Every door in this place is locked up tight.
How about that one?
The final door was hidden in a corner of the hall.
May as well give it a try.
Junpei grabbed the handle. As he made to push it open, a voice stopped him. The voice came from behind him and belonged to neither Seven nor Clover.
Jumpy!
Huh?
He spun around. He saw someone running toward him from the other end of the hallway. There were 3 people coming towards Junpei and his companions.
June? And Santa? And Lotus too?
Do you even care?
Me?
Yeah, you.
I mean, I'm not really surprised.
Okay.
Oh,
I thought you'd be happy to see her again. They pulled up short in front of Junpei, breathing hard.
Whoa! What the hell is this?
What are you doing here?
What? But
holy
we
shit,
didn't...
man.
What? Is it her chest? Okay. Before he could finish, Clover spoke.
Hey guys, could you come take a look at this?
She was standing near the end of a small hallway that branched off to the right. The rest of them ran over to her, curious as to what she'd found.
Look on the wall here.
There was something on the wall at the end of the hallway.
A map of the ship's interior?
It says C deck. So it's the map for this floor then?
Door 7. And... Door 8. Yep, they both eventually end up at this hallway.
How useful. In fact...
Yeah, isn't that what I said? We aren't going to be split up permanently till we find door 9.
It's another awful map.
We might get separated for a little while, but we'll see each other again. Otherwise, we won't be able to open door 9. That's how the nonary game works.
I see.
Junpei looked at the map of the ship's interior again.
Wait a sec. Hey, could this lead to...
As he looked more closely, his surprise and excitement gave way to weariness.
Oh,
You've got to be kidding me.
One by one, the others saw what he'd seen.
we may as well go. Yeah.
They moved as one for the door.
Oh, almost forgot. We should keep this.
He pulled the map of the ship's interior off the wall, put it in his pocket, and followed the others. The 6 of them stood in front of the door, arrayed in a semicircle. Santa stepped forward. He took hold of the door and spoke without looking back at the other 5.
Ready? I'm gonna open it.
Slowly, all 5 nodded their silent assent. With a deep breath, Santa threw open the door. Shay, you're exactly correct. They poured through the doorway and into the room. Even without looking around, each one of them knew where they were.
I knew it.
They were just where the map had said they would be.
We're back.
Was a Halo buff, right? I bring it up because watching the live stream of a cursed Halo mod? Yeah, I love Halo, but I haven't played it since 4, so I've been out of the loop.
In the hospital room.
Bro.
I
Bruh.
see. I believe I understand what you're saying.
Wait.
Wait, I gotta undo the teams. Okay, we're back.
The 6 of you split into 2 teams and went through doors 7 and 8. You solved the puzzles in the operating room and the laboratory, and then met one another in the hallway after opening your respective locked doors.
A viewable owl asks, Nadgey, do you think anyone will die?
I think 7's gonna die. Or like... I don't know where Snake is. I feel like Snake's dead.
He looked like anyone might, but after only just waking up, but it seemed that his brain was working as well as ever. He had managed to grasp, summarize, and understand each team's report.
At any rate, I feel a bit silly for my little show of altruism. I know I said I was sure you'd come back for me. I didn't think it would happen so soon, though.
Ace shook his head with a rueful smile.
Well, we saw each other again and we ain't dead, so I say that's good enough.
7 smiled. It is a Halo emblem, my icon.
Anyway, I say we get out of this creepy old place. We found the key we need.
The key?
Ain't that what I just said? I'm talking about the Jupiter key. We found it in the operating room.
Lopez, I am not.
Right, Junpei?
Yeah.
Junpei
Oh,
nodded.
the solar system keys. Actually, we found one in the laboratory too. Here, the Earth key.
Lotus dug out a still warm key with an Earth symbol on it.
I might lose it. It's probably better if you hold on to it. That way it won't be my fault if it gets lost.
Yeah. On it.
And with that, she pressed it into Junpei's hand. He felt slightly less than honored.
Now we have 3 keys that we haven't used yet.
Yeah. The Jupiter key that we found in the operating room. The Saturn key card we found in the kitchen.
Don't ask, James. Just let it happen.
And the Earth key Lotus just gave me.
What's up, Kevin? How's it going? Junpei tucked the new keys into his pocket. June spoke up.
The Jupiter key is supposed to be for the door at the end of that long, straight hallway, right?
Yeah. If the map's right, then it connects to the central staircase. Then, next to the stairs...
Wait!
They were the first words anyone had heard out of Clover in quite some time. Her face suggested they weren't going to be very happy words.
What about door 3?
Look, you saw the map, right? It's the same as 7 and 8. It just lead us back to the big hospital room. There's no point to seeing what's on the other side of that door.
There is a point. At least there is for me.
There were tears in her eyes, but she glared at 7 as hard as she could, just the same. She looked very much like a frightened puppy. There wasn't a man alive who could have resisted those eyes. 7 looked everywhere in the room except at Clover, and muttered and coughed apologies under his breath.
Yeah.
What's up, Daddy
You're
Iris?
right, I'm sorry. Snake might be on the other side of door 3.
Clover nodded once. The next person to speak was Ace.
Very well. I'll be coming with you then. I've had a
What's
nice
up, Lance?
long rest. I think it's time I was up and about again. So 7, you'll help me, won't you?
Huh? Me?
Junpei did the calculations quickly in his head. 4 plus 1 plus 7 equals 12. 1 plus 2 equals 3. It looked like 7 was doing them too. At last, he gave up.
Damn. Well, I guess that's how it's gotta be. So I'm going with you, huh?
Yes, you are.
Alright, let's get moving.
And so it was decided that Clover, Ace, and 7 would discover what lay beyond door 3.
Okay, we're heading out.
Be careful.
Whoa. Didn't think I'd be hearing that from you, Lotus.
Don't let it go to your head. I'd be in trouble if the 3 of you bought it. The rest of us can't open the 9 door.
Ah, the truth comes out.
7 nodded as if this answer made much more sense and pulled the lever on the red. Say bye-bye.
Okay.
Boy!
There you go. The door opened and Ace, Clover, and 7 jumped through it. 6, 7, 8. After exactly 9 seconds, the door closed noisily.
All right,
we getting
we
any
should get moving
banners today?
too.
People are talking about banners, but I don't think we're gonna get a trailer today.
Huh?
Get moving.
Where are we going?
Everyone except Lotus seemed rather
Well, it would be
confused.
a waste of time to just sit around, wouldn't it? Let me explain.
Oh yeah, that reminds me.
Mhm.
Crimbo. I can't read chat, but you should check your arena defense wins.
Oh,
Oh, I get it.
wait, that means you
We're
lost.
gonna see if we can get
I
anywhere
did lose.
interesting with the Jupiter key.
Like I
Yes.
didn't actually try to
If
leave
we're
the
lucky,
purpose.
we
I
might
actually
find
lost.
Snake.
Bodied. Okay, so we're gonna go searching for Snake with the Jupiter key now. They were at the end of the hallway, lined by individual hospital rooms.
And here's the Jupiter symbol on the keyhole.
All right, Junpei. Open it if you please.
Yeah, on it.
Junpei pulled the Jupiter key out of his pocket and slid it into the keyhole. He twisted. With a nice sharp click, he felt the door unlock.
My cat!
That was the wrong button. Junpei sucked in a breath, held it, and opened the door as quietly as he could. Inside was exactly what he expected to see from the map of the ship's interior. They were in a tremendous hall, almost like a ballroom, with a massive central staircase.
Great, back to the beginning. You sure this is a good idea?
What do you mean?
Well, we already searched every inch of this room, didn't we? I'm asking you if there's any reason we came back here.
Well, Nadgey, I need an answer.
I have no idea.
You know, that's a good question.
Junpei looked off into the distance thoughtfully. Lotus sighed and shook her head.
I can't believe this. You guys followed me here, but you don't even know why. Junpei, you've got the solar system keys, don't you?
Yeah,
He did. He pulled them out.
the Saturn key card.
Oh.
And the Earth key.
What about him?
Junpei didn't see what they had to do with anything, though. Both he and Santa were completely lost. Fortunately, June took pity on them.
Don't you remember the elevator? On C deck, where we are now, there was a big elevator behind the stairs, remember? And next to the elevator, there was a card reader with the Saturn symbol on it. And on A deck, on the door to the left, there was a keyhole with the Earth symbol on it, I think. So the two keys that Jumpy has?
Should let us use the elevator and the door on A deck. Huh.
Yes, that's right.
June smiled, pleased with herself. So did Santa.
All right, I got it. Let's get started then. What do you say we split into two teams? Lotus and I will search the Earth one, so you two can search Saturn, all right?
Sounds good. Then you guys should take this key.
What's up, True Xerxes? Junpei handed the Earth key to Santa. They decided that their initial search should be
We
brief.
have no idea what's on the other side of these.
I'm gonna let him decide,
So
Daniel.
don't go too far. Just search for 10 minutes and come back.
Plan decided, the two teams split it up. Junpei and June headed for the
There's a
elevators.
card reader next to the left elevator.
Then let's try out the Saturn key card.
A light on the upper left corner blinked to life.
Great! It looks like it's working now.
All right, now how do I call the elevator?
There was a single button to the right of the elevator door.
Oh, it only has the upside down triangle on it.
I guess there's no up button.
The
We may
Australian
as well try pushing
triangle.
this one.
The door slid shut, and they heard the grinding of the motor on the elevator car, or as the elevator car moved down. It was the Australian elevator.
It opened. Look, Jumpy.
What?
June's voice was excited, but Junpei could hear a tinge of anxiety.
Sweet! It opened! Let's get going.
He grinned at June and stepped toward the door. As he thought about, as he was about to set foot in it. What'd you say?
They're so excited about an elevator that could possibly be not safe.
As he was about to set foot in it, he felt a hand on his arm.
Wait.
What?
I'm not really, I just, oh gosh.
Junpei was at
scared of
something of a
elevators?
loss. What was that?
She's scared of elevators.
What could she possibly be so frightened of? June was probably afraid of...
Could only go down.
After a little thought, Junpei decided that she had to be nervous about being locked up
No,
in
I
such a
didn't say
small
that!
space alone with a boy.
Well, we will be all alone in here.
The chat wanted to see this. In a way, it was kind of cute. Very demure, you could say, he thought. Still, even though it wasn't exactly roomy in the elevator, they weren't going to be pressed up against one another. At least, they didn't have to be. Still, it was making her nervous. Junpei couldn't help but think how innocent she was.
Jumpy?
Huh? Oh, nothing. It's not important. Come on, let's go.
Again, he stepped
Why
toward
would
the
you wanna
elevator.
say that? Why would
And again, he felt himself restrained.
I said wait a minute.
Why?
Aren't you afraid, Jumpy?
Afraid of what?
Well, I've never... You know.
It's your first time?
She'd never been in an elevator with a man alone before. Even so, she still seemed
There's
awfully
context.
alarmed.
I might... get wet.
What?
Down there. I'd get soaking wet.
Well, I mean, of course you would. That's the way it works. I mean, I've never heard of anyone getting soaking wet somewhere else.
That's true.
Nadgey, your face.
You don't mind
Mind what?
getting wet?
Well, I don't know. I think I'd probably, like it.
Gosh, Jumpy, you're so brave.
Really?
What the
I mean, I kind
fuck?
of think any guy would do the same thing, you know? What happens, happens, right? I mean, if you get the chance, you've just got to go
What
for it. That's
What
what a
is
man
going
is supposed to do.
on?
I
Nadgey,
guess.
why did you say this?
You're
I
so
said-
cool, Jumpy. I really admire you.
That doesn't really seem like the sort of thing you ought to admire someone for.
I'm really scared.
Delete the game, bro.
I mean, like you said, you've never done it before.
Yes. So, I don't think I'll be able to last very long.
Oh my
And then
god!
it'll be over.
Over?
Yes. I'll go to heaven.
Heaven?
It feels kind of like you're floating in space, and your mind gets all fuzzy, like when you pass out.
This game is rated M for mature. It's the second highest rating next to adult.
At least that's what I've heard from people who have experienced it.
Yes, I've heard that too. Although I don't think the same thing happens to guys.
What?
Huh?
But it would happen to men too, wouldn't it? It would happen to anyone. Once it gets into your body, the same thing happens to everyone.
Well, I mean, usually it doesn't go inside the man. I mean, generally.
Yes, it does. Well, eventually it will. It's not like you really have a choice. Your body will force you to swallow some of it. Eventually.
What are you trying to do to me?
Nothing. I'm not going to do anything to you. I'm just saying that that's what happens. It's a psychological reaction to what you're experiencing.
Oh, is that so?
Then it's only natural? Is that what's natural for living beings? Perhaps he'd been mistaken all these years. Had he misunderstood life so gravely? The thought terrified him. June seemed to be entirely oblivious to Junpei's mounting confusion and terror.
I know most men probably have larger lungs, but even then, I don't think you could hold your breath for 20 or even 10 minutes.
Okay.
Eventually, you'd have to breathe, and then the water would get into your lungs. Once that happens, your body won't be able to get oxygen anymore, and you'll start to feel that floaty feeling as you pass out. Huh.
Oh.
Finally, Junpei understood. He understood what June was trying to say and why she was so scared.
Yeah, you're right. You wouldn't last very long.
See?
She was afraid that the only elevator button pointed down. Nadgey. That meant, of course, that the elevator couldn't go any higher than the floor they were on. As he thought about it, Junpei realized he hadn't seen elevators on the A or B decks near the central staircase, all of which meant that the elevator could only convey them down to the lower decks.
Come to think of it, the lower floor, D deck, is completely underwater.
Wait a minute.
An elevator heading to a submerged
What's up?
floor. That
My
is pretty
moth
scary.
plushie arrived today.
Oh, that is just wonderful news. Why don't you go to your porch and go get it?
Can I grab it and unbox it
Yeah,
on stream?
go ahead, man.
Alright.
I'll talk to chat while we wait. So I hope you guys didn't mind that conversation too much, but I know Daniel Cho and a couple others wanted to see it. It is a pretty funny conversation, the alone with a boy elevator option. What if we got an elevator together? JK. Unless... What do you want me to explain? She was afraid of getting wet. How comfortable is the Pitfall sweater? It's very comfortable. And it makes sure I make no mistakes when I play Fire Emblem. How's my week been? It's been pretty good. Thanks for asking, Kevin. Did he get a bad ending to give away anything? No, he hasn't gotten to an ending yet. And honestly, Nadgey has the potential to get the best ending right now if he picks the next door correctly. But I'm gonna let him choose, so whatever he gets, he gets. But like, he's honestly done everything perfect so far. Thank you, Lance. You're covering Metallica's 1? Oh, and Fist Bump from Sonic Forces. Never heard that one, but I know one. We got Valentine's Lace from Crimbo. Oh, she's giving me chocolates. Thank you. That's cute. Thank you, Crimbo. Well done. Not that one. He's gonna get the... I don't want to... The one with the coffin. Okay, the one with the coffin. Okay, we can't talk about this anymore. Yeah, Ren knows. Ren's an expert. Alright, Nadgey, why don't you unbox that for us?
Wait a minute.
I can't hear you.
Okay, welcome to Unboxing with Nadgey. Today we are going to be unboxing my Fire Emblem.
Okay. Let's see it.
I'm trying to open it. This sucks. I hate this material.
Use your strength.
I don't have strength. I've made femboy strength, dude.
No.
There we go. I got it.
Nice. What's up, Soup? Welcome. Pog? My cat!
It's him!
Mina, mite.
Wait, it came with Mentos?
That's weird. That is really weird.
What?
Don't eat those. But it's cute. It's cute.
Oh, what does that say? It says, where's a thank you message?
Well, that's nice. Marth has 0 escaped.
Never mind. It's,
A receipt?
it's their website.
Mmm.
They gave me free Mentos. Fuck yeah.
Thanks, guys. Australia's weird. I know it's not gonna happen, but I wish there was a Matthew plushie. That'd be adorable.
Yo,
Baby
fanboy
Marth.
Nadgey plushie?
Are you ready to go?
Yeah.
Alright, let's continue.
This elevator came up from somewhere under us.
It's him.
Right?
It's the boy! He won! 2nd place!
Well, yes, I guess it did. It didn't open right away after you pressed the button. There was a motor noise like it was moving, and then it opened.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
So, take a look inside.
Junpei jerked his head toward the interior of the elevator.
It's not wet at all, is it? The walls and even the floor are
Even has
totally
his,
dry.
thingy.
Oh, you're right.
It's a Beanie Baby.
There.
New mystery of the emblem.
She looked around the elevator, slightly embarrassed.
Well, let's test it.
Chaos wants to know what flavor the Mentos are for some reason.
Tested.
Yeah, watch this.
Fruit.
Now,
There you have it.
I'll just put one foot inside the elevator and look over at the buttons. Oh, there's only 2. E and C. Alright, I'll push E.
He pushed the E button and jumped out of the elevator. The door slid shut, and they heard the grinding of the motor as the elevator car moved down. You have your Marth plushie next to you too? Aww. Marth fans unite. I have Marth
I
too.
think I can hear it opening on E deck.
Okay, that's done. Now I'll just press the button again.
Look, it's Marth. I can't hear you, Nadgey. That's totally Marth, though. I still can't hear you.
Can't hear me?
Now I can.
Yep, not a single drop of
Maybe I
water to
muted
be
my-
seen.
Yeah, I didn't do that. Okay.
See?
Ooh.
Hey, everyone who said hi. Hello.
Drip.
Junpei couldn't resist puffing out his chest just a little bit. June, however, still looked confused.
What does that mean? How can E deck be safe if the D deck is full of water?
Well, here's what I think. The elevator shaft and E-deck must be watertight and separated from wherever the ship's been punctured.
What's up, Hound Plus? Something interesting with the calendar for the last year. The new BHBs have been from the same game as the new Heroes banner, and the new BHB is Vero and Loki. I think that's why a lot of people are thinking it's going to be OCs, but we'll see.
Here, let me show you.
Perfect. He pulled out his notebook and pen and sketched out a rough illustration.
I see. So is that why the ship hasn't sunk? The shape of the inside keeps it all from filling with water?
Yeah, I think that's what's going on.
Wow. Junpei continued talking as he closed the notebook and slipped it back into his pocket.
So I'm gonna go down and check it out. You stay here, alright?
But...
Come on, just do it, alright?
Shay, the reason they're talking about this is because the elevator door opened on the bottom floor, so if it was submerged in water, it would have got wet. But basically, D-deck is submerged in water, but C-deck and E-deck might have a vacuum where they aren't submerged. That was the whole point of this. Oh, that's pretty cool, Lance. He pushed the E button and the door began to close. June looked worried, her eyes darting back and forth as if she was trying to make a decision when suddenly...
I'm coming with you!
Huh?
At the last possible moment, June dashed forward, turning sideways just in time to slip through the gap between the closing doors.
Wait!
Junpei jammed his finger against the open button, but it was too late.
Oh, crap. It closed.
The door had shut. He and June were in the elevator, and it was headed down to E-deck. He was so surprised by June that he didn't even have time to think about what awaited him on E-deck.
I can't just let you go alone, you know.
Ah, jeez.
We're getting wet.
That's right. The elevator stopped and the door slid open.
Can I sing WAP?
No. They
Okay.
tentatively stepped out and looked around.
Looks normal.
No fish going about their fishy business or jellyfish floating lazily through the water. There was, however, a blowfish.
Oh.
Or at least something that looked very much like one. June's cheeks were puffed out and her mouth a tiny, intense frown.
Oh, knock it off. It's just like I
She's
thought.
so
This
fucking
part hasn't
adorable. What the
flooded.
hell, man?
Come on, just look around. There's no water here.
June looked around nervously, then her exhaled.
You're right. It's not flooded at all.
See?
But there's a whole lot of water.
Yeah, right on top of us.
What's gonna happen if the ceiling breaks?
Junpei thought about that for a moment. All right, take care, Soup. Hope to see you
Well,
soon.
you'd probably get really wet.
Bye-bye,
Up
Soup.
there.
Huh?
God, this mic.
At any rate, we should probably go back as soon as we can, once we're done looking around down here.
I think I know what happened. Son of a bitch. Testing?
Hey, don't swear in front of Marth.
Sorry, Marth.
Yeah.
That should be
Me
fine.
and my homie.
Lotus and
Me
Santa
and my
might already
boy.
be back.
Okay, good idea.
Okay, that's fine.
Now then.
Junpei glanced around the room they'd found themselves in. The first thing he noticed was a set of thick iron bars. Just did a tough assignment, need to unwind. Well, I hope the stream helps, Kiroti. We're here to have a good time, right, Nadgey?
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, look at that. They ran the length of the room, separating the left elevator from the right one.
Iron bars. Well,
I
we
do know
can't
the
go over
8-Bit
there.
Drummer. I've listened to some of his covers before. He does like streams and stuff.
Right.
Then maybe...
In the corner of the room that housed the elevators, Junpei found an
Well-
opening. He walked up to it and stuck his head around the corner.
It looks like there's a long straight hallway down this way.
Something's written on the door at the end. Wait, is that...
What's up, Kelly?
Let's
Welcome.
check.
Junpei and June set off down the hallway at a brisk clip, somewhere between a run and a jog. Before long, they found themselves in front of the door. On it was a number written in bright red paint. 6.
I knew it!
June.
This is a numbered door.
And indeed, there was a red bolted to the wall right next to the door.
But we can't do anything with only the two of us.
We better head
Don't
back
tell
and
me
let
you're number
everyone know.
6.
What was that?
Oh no, only 3 or more. I'm
Yes.
stupid. I'm stupid.
That's okay.
I'm stupid.
You're learning the rules. Junpei and June turned and headed back to C deck.
Wait, what's this?
On their way back, Junpei noticed a map on the wall.
Is this the map for E-Deck? I should take it with me. Huh, so you guys found door 1.
They'd met back up with Santa and Lotus, who had explained what they'd found. Apparently, there was another numbered door on A deck, just like the one on E deck, beyond the door that the Earth key opened. According to Santa and Lotus, there was a 1 on the door.
So now we've located 2 new doors. The 6 door and the 1 door.
You know, it is interesting that E-Deck wasn't flooded.
Lotus was quiet for a moment, lost in thought,
Well, we don't really know if all
Oh,
of
one.
E-Deck is safe.
all alone.
We only checked
wanted
the
to say
area
it too.
around the elevator.
Even so, it's still very interesting.
You said the 6th door was there, right?
Yes.
Then that means Zero planned all this out, even the sinking. That would have meant some pretty serious remodeling of the ship's interior.
It's pretty mind-blowing when you think about it.
Yeah. I wonder how long it took. I can't even imagine how much it must have cost.
It would have been a ton, that's for sure.
Well, that does go along with what Ace was saying. The most reasonable explanation would be that this was done by some organization with access to a whole lot of cash.
Yes, it does make sense.
Benjamin, I'm sorry. But all the battle music's good. That thought made them all go quiet for a moment. June bit her lip while Lotus sighed softly to herself, and Santa cracked a stiff neck and stared off into the distance at nothing.
Yeah?
I don't think it's a very good idea to stay here.
Oh,
June looked at
My
Junpei.
Mentos.
What?
my Mentos. We're good.
Yeah, you're right. Ace
Don't
and his
shake
team
your head
are
at
back
me.
already.
Well, Junpei and I should be able to open door 1.
Huh? You guys leaving me behind?
Bruh, we're gonna leave Santa behind, dude.
No.
1 plus 9 equals 10. 1 plus 0 equals 1.
Just kidding.
JK, lol.
Alright, let's go.
That's not funny. That's not
Lotus's
funny.
words were all the impetus they needed. Back to the large hospital room they went.
Sorry to get distracted, but I dropped my Mentos.
Yeah, that's okay. It's not like you need to know what's going on, right? The moment they stepped inside, a tremendous voice echoed across the room.
Hey! Where the hell did you guys go?
Oh, we're back. They're out of the door. Whoops. It was 7.
7?
Ace was right behind him, and Clover was behind Ace, although she seemed to be hanging back.
What's wrong?
It looked as though there was something strange about them. 7 had the look of a man who had seen a ghost. Ace was just as pale, and Clover looked as though she was only moments from passing out entirely.
Snake's dead.
For a long moment, they simply stood there, looking at one another. Junpei looked around nervously, waiting for someone else to speak. No one did. He looked at 7.
What happened?
What the hell kind of question is that?
7 was trying very hard to be angry, but something had shaken him hard. His shoulders were trembling and his voice was strained.
Snake is...
Seven couldn't finish. He just looked away, his face twisted by Junpei wasn't sure what. Instead, Ace spoke. He took a deep breath, closed his eyes, and spoke.
Snake is dead. He died.
Ow.
Just as the 9th man did.
What am I fighting for?
Oh, why? What?
It was as if all the air had suddenly been sucked out of the room. Junpei felt his heartbeat quicken, and he realized he was having trouble breathing. He could feel cold sweat beating on his forehead and neck. June, Santa, and Lotus looked the way he felt. All three were frozen in place, their faces white.
Oh my god, that's not true, is it?
That's not true.
We should make sure.
Yeah, right. We should.
Yeah, let's make sure. Let's look at the dead body.
They nodded to one another and headed for the number 3 door.
Wait, not that way.
What? Why not?
They stopped short and turned to look at Seven. He was pointing at the door with no number.
I stuck a screwdriver in there to keep the door from closing all the way. It's not locked, so you can go in that way.
Where is he?
The shower room, the left side of the hallway. I put a broom in there too to keep the door open.
That means we can get in without going through the numbered door, right?
Yeah, that's right.
For those of you who have never played this game before, oh yeah, Caius just said it. Just hit you that the countdown music is from Rival Bromains. This is the track I use for the Bromains counter.
Oh, it is
Let's
too.
go.
Yeah. Their new destination cleared, Junpei and his companions headed for the door with no number. Once in the hallway, it was easy to spot the metal door on the left wall.
This wasn't open when we passed here before.
But now, just as Seven had said, there was a broom stuck between the door and the frame, keeping it open.
Well, let's keep going.
Is this an Iron Man? Yes. What's up, Ferduskopt? They looked at it for a moment, then stepped inside.
Oh, it smells horrible.
Lotus wrinkled her nose and covered her mouth in disgust. Even Santa pinched his nose shut.
Ugh, yeah, this is pretty awful. I feel like I'm gonna puke.
It was just as bad as they said, perhaps worse. A hideous smell filled the air, so thick they could almost taste it. It was sour and smelled of fish, feces, and burnt meat. It worked its way through Junpei's nose and down his throat to pound against the entrance to his stomach. He put his hands over his mouth and struggled to keep what little was in his stomach where it belonged.
Where is he? Where's Snake?
They didn't have to wonder where the body was.
There.
There was blood everywhere, a few arms of splatter reaching toward them as they walked in through the door. All one had to do was follow the many radial arms to their source. The body itself was hidden behind a divider.
June, you should stay here.
But
June, stay back!
Please, just do me
She
a favor,
seems to be
okay?
taking this better than anyone
Alright.
here, I'm gonna be completely honest.
He didn't give her a chance to say no. He put his hands on her shoulder as if to shove her into the ground like a tent pole, turned and walked toward the end of the divider.
I'm going in.
It felt like it took an eternity for him to get there. Santa and Lotus followed, timid and nervous as a pair of children. Eventually, they reached the divider. They looked at one another and nodded, slowly. Junpei put his hands on the divider and peered around the corner. For a moment, he forgot to breathe. He felt his heart collapse in his chest like an empty cigarette carton, and time froze. He knew in that instant that he would take that image before him to the grave. What was left of the body sat in a sea of blood. Chunks of flesh torn from the body sat in the blood like tiny islands in a great red sea. A vast, ragged hole had been torn in the torso, and what remained of his intestines spilled out like a fresh spaghetti plate. I read that wrong. Smaller chunks of meat had splattered against the wall and become stuck there as they dried. Globules of yellowish fat had left trails like tiny slugs as gravity pulled them down the wall, even as they dried to it.
Just like Ace said.
Santa's voice was strained. Junpei suspected he was holding down some vomit of his own.
Just like the ninth man.
Why is blood that weird color? It's like dried, because it's been a couple hours.
The detonator in his bracelet set off the bomb in his gut.
It looked as though the explosion had been quite powerful.
Oh God. The bone is coming out of his left arm.
Okay.
It's definitely an open fracture.
His legs were both bent in an odd, unnatural way, and his left arm had split open, exposing the painfully white bone of his ulna. His bracelet lay next to him. It seemed to have hit the wall hard enough to have shattered the display, which lay on the ground in pieces.
Oh, the face. It's horrible.
I forgot. We got another death. Snake dead. There we go.
Oh, how?
Yeah, you can't even tell who it is.
Half of his head had simply collapsed. The blood coating... What'd you say?
Did I fuck up? Could I have saved him?
The blood coating almost made it look like raw pizza dough covered in tomato sauce. His clothes, too, were covered in blood. The burgundy tie, the white shirt, the jacket with the yellow piping, and the gray slacks.
But the clothes are...
They were all familiar to Junpei.
No mistake about it. It's Snake.
Lotus's voice was unnaturally deep and strained, and Junpei heard a catch in her throat. It's a pizza pie, Special Smog. A pizza. Well, that happened. The squeal of tortured metal made Junpei's teeth curl. It sounded like the noise a ghost would make. No matter how many times he heard it, he never got used to it. Every time, it put him on edge. It didn't help that there was a girl nearby who looked far more like a ghost than a living human should. It was Clover. Okay, my bad, guys. She sat on the edge of the bed, her head drooping listlessly onto her chest. Her eyes were blank and stared across the room at nothing. Her breathing was slow and mechanical. Aside from the rise and fall of her chest, she didn't move. How long would you say Nadgey has till an end? An hour or an hour and a half, probably. He's pretty close. What? Junpei felt as if even a nudge might cause her to shatter into 1,000 pieces.
Snake was probably murdered. Chances are he was killed the same way the ninth man was.
Seven lowered his voice, likely in an effort to keep Clover from hearing what he had to say. There were 4 other people in the room with Junpei and Seven. Ace, Santa, June, and Lotus. Seven looked at each one of them in turn and continued.
It's pretty straightforward. Not that hard to figure out how they did it. First, the killers got Snake to authenticate on the red to open door 3. Then they shoved him into it. Alone. And waited 9 seconds for the door to shut. Once that door shut, it was all over for Snake. But he didn't give up. He probably knew it wouldn't do him any good, but he probably ran into the shower room looking for the dead. It was a small chance, but it wasn't like he had anything to lose.
Well, the thing is, you have to beat the game multiple times, guys, so he's getting to an ending, but he has to play it again. But it'll be faster on the second playthrough.
It didn't work. The detonator is only deactivated if everybody who authenticated when they went in uses the dead. Snake was the only one who went through the door. And then 81 seconds after he was shot in.
What number was the door?
2.
So...
That happened.
I see. So that's what you meant by killers, huh?
The person who shoved them in there
You need at least 3 people to open one of the numbered doors, including Snake.
would have to make 2, right?
It wouldn't open for
Correct.
Snake and a single killer.
Oh, is it 3? You're right. No. Yeah, it is 3. My bad. It's not 2. It's 3.
Yeah.
It's that door back there. No, you got it right.
Multiple purposes.
I misspoke. Well, let's see. Santa and Lotus would make 11. And then Snake would be 13, so that would be a digital root of 4.
Before, oh yeah.
Junpei crossed his
7?
arms and grunted.
Well, just in case, I want to make sure.
Sorry.
Let's say you're right. When do you think Snake was killed?
When we all split up to look for the parts for the Reds, I think. Right after that was when we
It was
noticed he
you,
was
Seven.
gone.
It was you.
And that
It
means
was
none
you,
of us have
buddy.
alibis.
It
We
was
were all off
you.
searching the rooms we'd been assigned, looking for those parts.
Yeah. That means anybody could be a killer.
Wait a minute. What are you talking about?
June and Marth seem shocked.
How can you say that so casually? You're implying that one of us is a killer.
PogChamp!
Well, not just one of us. If I'm right, then at least 2 of us are murderers.
Why don't you calm down a bit, Seven? What are you going to gain by being so suspicious? That's what Zero wants, you know?
What Zero wants?
Exactly. This game was set up by Zero, wasn't it? Any game has a winner and loser. Whoever makes it through door 9 is a winner, and those who don't are the losers. Zero is trying to make us fight against one another for that victory.
Then you're saying that Zero is trying to split us up by making us fight each other?
Yes. That is why we can't let ourselves fall prey to suspicion. We have to trust one another and form a strong bond of friendship. Otherwise, we'll end up ensnared by Zero's manipulations.
Then does that mean that the person who killed Snake...
Yes. Almost certainly Zero himself. If there's anyone we should doubt, it should be Zero. He masterminded this game and kidnapped all of us.
Nah, Ace, you're sus
Doesn't
now.
it seem
You're
reasonable
sus
that
now,
he would
bro.
have killed
You're
Snake
kinda
as
sus.
well?
Man was,
Question.
oh, I'm going to sleep. And then, like,
That snore. It was so quiet. Junpei hadn't really considered that.
If Zero killed Snake, then Zero is on the ship with us.
oh, duh.
Junpei. Was Zero still on the ship with them? Oh, whoops.
Sure.
Of course, right? Or did you say wasn't sure?
I said I wasn't sure.
Oh, I only heard sure. Okay. He wasn't sure.
Something's still strange.
Hmm? What was that?
Well, I'm just wondering about one thing.
And what's that?
How can you be so sure that Zero's on this ship?
Ace's eyebrows shot up.
Really, Junpei? I confess I'm a little disappointed. Usually you're rather sharp. Isn't it obvious?
Wait, it is?
This ship.
Huh?
Zero said, "this ship," several times when he addressed us.
He's a shitty DM. GM.
If he weren't here, he wouldn't say this ship, would he? He'd be saying something
This
like
shit.
that ship or the ship.
The shit.
The shit.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense.
Ace's explanation made perfect sense. Junpei felt a little foolish that he hadn't seen it himself. Still, he was left with the question.
Wait a minute.
What? What's up?
2 + 1,
It's 3.
and then 0.
It's 3. And it was one of no small importance.
Zero's on the ship. Where is he?
Suddenly, everyone went very quiet. The silence was cold and clammy, and Junpei could feel it crawling across his back and around his throat. Again, he heard the ghosting moaning noise. And moments later, a person who looked more ghost than human appeared. Oh, it is Dungeon Master, I guess. My bad. It was Clover. She looked at the floor as she spoke, and her voice was a cold monotone.
I think Zero is one of us.
Every human body in the room froze. The only sound was the muffled rustling of breath. My bad. Eyes darted from face to face. One of those faces was the face of their jailer. But who? Was he one of them?
Possible.
Well, that's possible.
Huh?
Like Clover said, Zero might be one of us.
What are you saying, Jumpy? Didn't
There's
you
a traitor.
hear what Ace
There's
said?
a traitor among us.
Exactly. I said
He's
we
an
shouldn't
imposter.
suspect one another for no reason.
No reason. I've got a great reason.
And what's that?
The bracelets.
He held out his left
Why are
arm.
the bombs in our bodies
I know what
connected to
the
the
Zero
bracelets?
one is.
You're all thinking Zero's hiding somewhere watching us, right?
Zero is on Junpei's giant dick.
If he's doing that, then he could just detonate the bombs by remote control if someone did something they weren't supposed to.
I'm using my
It
brain,
would
man.
be a lot
Nah, I'm
worse
impressed.
and a lot easier. If that's the case, then why is the bomb set off by the detonator in the bracelet?
You got a point.
I'm not done. Try applying the same ideas to the nonary game. All of the puzzles here run all by themselves. In other words, Zero doesn't have to be controlling them for the game to move forward. Why's that? Why would Zero bother to do something like that?
Junpei let the question hang in the air and looked at the others. It was Santa who answered.
So let's say you and Clover are right.
Speedy, do
Zero's
you
one
have
of
the
us.
Zero bracelet? Save me, Jesse.
It'd be really hard for him to keep track of all of us or control anything remotely. That's
I
why
can't
all
tell
the
you.
puzzles run by themselves. That's what you're getting at, right?
Yeah.
Junpei nodded.
7, when we were talking earlier, you said any one of us could be Snake's killer, right?
Yeah, something like that.
Alright then. I've got a question for you, Ace. You said something like Zero must be the one who killed Snake, right?
Yes, something like that. I can't think of any other explanation.
So what do we get if we combine those? They fit together pretty well, I think. Something like this. Whoever killed Snake is Zero. Hence, Zero is one of us. 7 and Ace's theories aren't mutually exclusive. They actually complement each other pretty well. At least they do if Zero is one of us.
What's that face for? Oh, never mind. No one spoke. You were making like a confused face. Their faces were grim, but Junpei wasn't sure if they believed him or not. Finally, Lotus spoke up.
What were his motives?
His motives?
Yes, isn't that pretty important?
I know
Why
where the
would Zero want
bracelet
to hide
is.
as one of us?
Well, go ahead and say it, but I can't react.
And the Gahongas.
Oh, well, that's because...
Junpei choked. He hadn't thought of that, and he had to be honest with himself. He had no idea.
I don't know.
Lotus sighed.
Well, so much for making a persuasive argument, Junpei.
In other words, you only had circumstantial evidence.
I don't really think that's enough to go on, you know?
Yeah, Nadgey. Junpei was painfully aware of the eyes on him and their disapproval. He tried to find something else, anything else to look at. Then, in that horrible silence, bing dong, bing bong, they heard a bell began to ring. It was the clock at the central staircase.
It's 3 in the morning.
That means we have 3 hours left.
Oh boy, 3 a.m.
Then we need to move now. 7, Clover, Junpei, I know how you feel, but you do understand that right now it's important we trust one another, don't you?
You're right, but...
Junpei couldn't bring himself to respond. He swallowed the words he wanted to say and sighed. Sigh. 7 and Clover remained similarly silent. Their eyes were looking at something somewhere else very far away.
We must go. We have very little time left.
Ace's words put their feet to moving. They all knew where they were
Our
going.
next destination is Mercury.
Get in the rocket
I
ship.
think you and June should check
Let's
out
go.
first and then report back to us.
All right, let's go, June.
Right. Here it is.
It sat bolted to the wall near the stairs that led to the casino and the kitchen between the 2 elevators.
The Mercury card reader.
We're using the card 7 gave us, right?
Yeah.
I found it when we were checking out the shower room.
Thanks,
I
Seven.
think Seven said something like that. Anyway, let's see what happens.
Junpei slid the card through the card reader. Bleh. The light on the reader turned green and made a tiny electronic noise.
I guess the elevator works now.
Jumpy, I know it's only the two of us, but let's do our best.
What's with you all of a sudden?
Well, I'm happy we were put together.
Hi.
Even so, I'm
Oh,
glad I'm with you.
Oh,
That was great. Holy shit.
What's up, Michael?
first we need to find out if the elevator comes up full of water.
Just like we did before.
There is a Uranus card, Plasma. Sorry to spoil it.
Oh, here it is.
I knew it. It's not wet at all.
Let's go.
Yes.
Once it had been checked for water, Junpei and June stepped into the elevator.
Look! Nearly all of the buttons are destroyed.
Yeah, only the seat and bottom button can be pushed.
We're on C deck right now, so the only one we can choose is bottom.
Yeah. Well, let's try it out.
Junpei hit the bottom button. The door closed. Slowly, they began to move downward.
Oh, so this is the bottom deck.
They stepped off and saw that the hallway to their right ended somewhere between 20 and 25 feet from them. The hallway in front of them was a dead end. But not a regular dead end.
Hey, over there.
This is a numbered door.
This is the 8th one we found.
We found the 8th door, Nadgey.
Ooh,
What number haven't we found yet?
the ninth door.
There were 2 numbered doors on B deck near the central staircase. They were doors 4 and 5. 3 more in the large hospital room. Doors 3, 7, and 8.
And the door we found
This is
on
a
E
numbered
deck,
door.
And the door Lotus and Santa found on A deck. It was a 6 on the door on E deck and a 1 on the door on A deck.
4, 5, 3, 7, 8, 6, 1. And now door 2 stood in front of Junpei.
Do you think the next door we find?
Yeah, I think so. The next one's gonna be door 9.
Despite himself, Junpei felt excited. There was something about that excitement that
Junpei's
frightened
wet.
him as well.
Finally!
What'd you say? Junpei was wet?
Junpei's wet.
Yeah,
That's not
You
true.
don't look very happy about it, though.
it's not that. I just hope nothing goes wrong.
You're right. We should keep our fingers crossed.
We should hope Nadgey picks the right ending.
Let's head back.
Okay.
He did his best to put it from his mind and headed back to C deck with June. No, you can't make a combo that makes 0, James. That's against the digital route, unless you do like 0, 0, and 0.
1, 2, 3, 4. All right, 7 pieces.
The piece of paper they'd folded up laid on the ground next to Junpei's legs. Everyone had written on paper pulled from Junpei's notebook in an effort to pull together a blind vote. I'm gonna make a save here, Nadgey. No reason. I'm just making a save, okay? What's up, Enix? Speedy Escape 776? Great game, by the way.
Just double checking, but everyone wrote their code name and a door number they want, right?
Yes, just like you told us earlier.
Can't believe we're voting here.
Zachary, I did see your tweet. I looked in the chat before and you asked me if I saw it during a VOD. And I went and checked it and it was funny.
We need to make the whole thing fair, blah-de-blah. This is a complicated plan, you know. Hurry it up, Mr. I have a brilliant idea.
They decided it wasn't fair to simply ask everyone at once. That would allow people to force others to go through certain doors.
Yeah, quiet in the peanut gallery.
And he had a plan. It wasn't a plan he wanted anyone catching wind of, however, so he did his best to act calm as he began to open and read the pieces of paper.
All right, let's open these up. The first one says, Ace requests door 1.
Yes, I do. Would you like me to explain why?
No, we don't have time for that. Sorry. Let's keep going.
He opened the second one.
Next is Santa. He wants door 6.
Yeah, that's what I wrote.
Junpei continued with the third, fourth, and fifth pieces of paper.
Clover wants 1, Lotus wants 2, and 7 also wants 2.
Wait a minute. There is no way I'm going anywhere with the Elephant Man.
No, there'd be no point to the voting if we let people change their choices because of stuff
Rude,
like that.
The what?
That was so rude.
He's pretty big.
Just
No,
give it
the
up,
Elephant
Lotus.
Man.
It's not like I want to hang out with some
He's the
exhibitionist
elephant man.
grandma.
I am not an exhibitionist. I'm wearing clothes.
Barely.
So, last I checked, that's not a
Do you know
problem.
what the Elephant Man, like, what his face looks like?
No. Do you want me to Google this?
Yes. But I don't actually want to see it.
I swear to God, this stupid thing. Why does this keep shutting off? Testing, testing. All right, we're good. Alrighty, let's see. You mean Joseph Merrick? Oh. Okay, yeah, that's pretty gross. No offense to him.
Pretty rude. Pretty fucking rude.
I think she meant that he was big, but it's okay.
Maybe.
No.
But what about common decency? Nobody wants to have to look at a chick who looks like a half-naked raisin.
Oh, I'm gonna kill you!
Oh my god!
Lotus's hair flared out like a mane of an
not
angry
good.
lion. And she roared with a voice that shook the walls.
Let go! Let go of me! I'm killing him!
With some difficulty, Ace managed to restrain her.
Junpei, read the rest.
Right.
Junpei tore his eyes away and looked down at the sixth piece of paper. He opened
June
it.
wants door 6.
Yes, I don't really have a reason. I just felt like it.
All the papers, save Junpei's, had been read. He did some quick calculations in his head.
So this was everyone's vote. Ace and Clover requested door 1.
This was the door on A deck near the central staircase.
7 and Lotus requested door 2.
This was the door on the bottom deck and could be reached by taking the elevator to the bottom of the ship.
Santa and June requested door 6.
This was the door on E deck and could be reached by taking the elevator near the central staircase
The
down.
door I should choose is...
What's with that face, Nadgey?
I'm bad with decisions.
That's okay. It took him less than a second to run the numbers. He opened the seventh piece of paper and spoke.
Okay, the last one is mine. I want to go through...
Pick a door, Nadgey. Oops. Boob equals 7. Alright, you gotta pick a door. I could tell you what teams you get if you want, if that helps you. But this is the most important decision of the playthrough right here.
Can I use a calculator?
Do you want to figure it out? What do you want?
Like, obviously, someone among us is 0, right?
That's what people are saying.
And
I don't know.
They're gonna want to favor a door because they want to get out.
Okay.
So I'm just trying to think. You needed 3 people to go for one door, right?
Correct.
Okay.
3 to 5.
Well, I'm just thinking because June picked 6, and I don't know. I might be overthinking, but
Alright, I'll just tell you what teams you get. Would that help?
okay.
You think that's a spoiler, chat? I think it's fine. Okay. Door number 1. If you pick this, you go with Clover and Ace. And then... Does everyone else go through the other door? Like, So, you go with Clover and Ace, and then Santa, June, 7, and Lotus go through 6. Okay? I think that adds up. I hope it does. Let me do it in my head. 3, 6 is 9, 7 is 16, plus 8 is 24. Yeah, that's door 6. Okay? You with me?
Yeah.
So you go with Clover and Ace pretty much. This door, you go with 7 and Lotus. Okay? And door 6, you go with Santa, June, and Ace. Now think very carefully to what's happened in the story so far. If there's any characters you want to talk to, this is your chance to do it. It's just, I can't hear your voice, but you're just like freaking out. It'd be cool, Plasma. They actually had a real-life Zero Escape themed escape room for Zero Time Dilemma's release, but it was only in California, and I didn't get to play it. Take your time, dude. It does really matter, Shay. This is gonna determine what ending he gets.
So what was 6 again?
6, you go with Santa, June, and Ace.
Yeah. This is good.
Sure.
Yep.
Okay. You heard it here first, chat.
I want to go through door 6.
Junpei flipped open the piece of paper. It read, Junpei, door 6. Of course it did. He'd written it after all.
That's a problem.
June spoke barely above a whisper, but they all knew what she'd said.
These teams will be able to go through the doors they want.
Any justification for picking 6, Nadgey?
It's one of you in June.
Fair enough.
Clover and I chose door 1.
Lotus and I chose door 2.
That's not enough people to open a numbered door, however.
The digital routes don't match up either.
We've got similar problems. Junpei and I want to go through door 6. But our digital route is 5. If we're gonna open that door, we need a 1.
Damn, what are we gonna do now?
What are we going to do?
Junpei crossed his arms and did his best to put his thoughts in order. The others followed suit, but with little result. Eventually, Clover broke the silence.
Why don't 7 and Lotus go through door 1 with me?
Her face was cold and flat, as was her voice, but her logic was sound. 7 and Lotus looked at each other. 7 plus 8 plus 4 equals 19. 1 plus 9 equals 10. 1 plus 0 equals 1. The first problem resolved, Ace spoke up.
What about me?
Isn't that obvious? Wasn't one of the teams just complaining that they didn't have a 1?
You mean I should join Santa's team?
Yes.
Clover nodded, her face still cold and emotionless. Her attitude and posture could not have been more different than the energetic girl of only a few hours before. No one seemed ready to contradict her. Her response was understandable given the horrible situation in which she had found herself, but even so...
Huh. I understand. I'll go through door 6 then. If we do as Clover has suggested, we can all pass through a numbered door and no one will be left behind. This seems to be the most reasonable solution.
3 plus 6 plus 5 plus 1 equals 15, plus 1 plus 5 equals 6.
Lotus, what do you guys think?
I don't have a problem with it.
Me either.
Alright then, we're good to go.
See you later.
Jana!
Wait, Clover! Don't move on your own!
Oh, I'll be going too then.
Yeah,
Fuck
be
you.
careful.
I hate you. I hate you.
We should get going as well.
At last, Junpei and the other 6 had managed to separate themselves into 2 teams. Well, Nadgey...
You have no idea how fucking nervous I am right now.
Why are you nervous? You're doing great.
Because I don't know if I picked a good choice.
Clover, 7, and Lotus headed to A deck, where door 1 was, near the main staircase. Junpei, June, Ace, and Santa, however, took the elevator to E deck.
I'm with Santa. I'm with June. I'm with Ace. My boys.
This is the A
Yeah.
crew. The
This is
ride
the
to
A.
E deck was a silent one.
This is E-Deck.
This is the first time you're going through a door with Ace.
There should be a door at the end
Finally.
of the hall.
All right, let's go.
Santa's words jolted them to action, and they stepped out of the elevator into a long, straight hallway. I did put a lot of pressure on the choice, Speedy. I'm sorry. 1, it's fun to make Nadgey stress out. 2, I was being serious. It is technically the most important choice.
Here it is. You guys ready?
Yeah.
Because I wanted Nadgey to think about it, like, pretty hard.
Then let's get to it.
Well, you got that. You got that.
No, you definitely thought about it. With a soft electronic noise, it authenticated each of them. Oh, is the chat desynced or something? The door opened. And all at once, the 4 of them leapt through it. Blah.
Hey, I found it. It's right there.
Fortunately, the dead was located easily enough. This one had been placed quite close to the door they'd entered through. They gathered around it quickly and hurriedly placed their palms on it for authentication one by one. Take care, Gemini the Spy. Thanks for tuning in.
Jump.
It stopped.
Jump.
Yes, it stopped.
The countdown had ceased, but Junpei's heart was still pounding in his chest like a frantic, thunderous drum. It felt as though it might shake itself up and out of his throat.
Whew. I don't believe I'll ever get used to that.
I'm not sure it's something I'd want to get used to. We should finish this game before imminent death becomes a normal thing.
Or before the stream ends.
You got that right. Once I'm out of this hellhole, I'm taking a nice long vacation.
I agree.
With that, the doom and gloom from before was done, and the mood turned somewhat lighter.
All right, let's go.
With that attempt at humor, Junpei took a deep breath and began to walk. Look at my hands. He jogged down the stairs at the end of the hallway and found himself staring at a large door.
This door looks heavy.
But it's not locked. I'm opening it.
He took hold of the bar that served as its doorknob and shoved it down. Kelly asks, where did Marf go? The room beyond stopped him in his tracks. It was gargantuan and made entirely of metal. None of the accents of wood or tile he'd seen in the rest of the ship. This room was purely functional, but utterly tremendous.
Whoa, what the hell is this?
Santa got out a few words before awe stole the rest of them. The rest were too stunned to offer anything more than gasps.
This has to be the biggest room so far. The ceiling is pretty high, too.
Huh. Could be 2 stories, maybe even more.
This space could be utilizing the entire length of the ship.
What's that huge Kamaboko-looking building in the middle?
June pointed to the massive building in the center. I don't know what that is.
Boko? Well, I guess that's as good of a description of it as any.
Junpei and the others were standing on scaffolding that crisscrossed the whole area. The proper term was catwalk, Junpei thought, although that didn't seem particularly
I
important.
see stairs, so we may as well head over to them.
Yeah, but this section's barely wide enough to fit 1 person.
You're right.
Nearby was a long iron staircase that made its way eventually to the floor beneath them.
Whoa, you can't even tell the shape when you're this close.
Yeah, this puzzle kind of sucks, Ren. Nadgey, do you want me to help you with this puzzle at all, or do you want to just go for it? Okay, I would love to, because this puzzle's so annoying to navigate.
Thank you.
No problem.
Let's check out the other side, too.
They moved around toward the opposite side of the massive building, following the catwalk. They hadn't said much as they walked, but as they approached the building, Ace suddenly spoke up.
This looks to be the steam engine room.
My cat!
The steam engine room?
Yes, that thing that looks like a cross-section
A
of a
bad
mushroom is
experience
the
with
boiler.
steam engine rooms.
Do you?
You see the 3 round doors near the
Catchy.
bottom?
Oh, lol.
Coal is put into those and burned, which heats the water, producing steam. The same thing that drives a steam engine.
I guess it
This
was a
one
boat.
is simply somewhat larger.
It was a cruise ship.
The Ark.
I see.
It doesn't appear to be
Best
running
palace,
right
in my
now.
opinion.
Emilio, do you know what that is? I have no idea what that is. I'm assuming you do. The entire room was as silent as the grave.
All right, let's split up.
Then, all of a sudden, Junpei heard a noise behind him. He turned just in time to see June collapse to her knees.
Hey, what's wrong? Are you all right?
He dashed towards her and wrapped his arm around her shoulders to steady her.
Hey, June.
It was then that he noticed. Kamaboko is fish cake-like, the type you see in ramen. Oh.
Jumpy.
I didn't know.
Oh, you're really warm. Is your fever coming back?
Yes. Yes. It probably is. But I'm fine. Please, don't worry about me. I just need to rest. And I'll be fine.
Her voice was weak and forced, and it said a great deal more than her words did.
Okay, here, sit down, careful.
Junpei carried her to the nearest wall and propped her up against it. Why is Nadgey hiding? He's just chilling. What's up, Isabel? She let her head fall back against the wall as if she had no longer had the strength to support it and drew a ragged breath.
Thank you.
Her eyes were empty, as if she was having trouble focusing them, and even speaking seemed difficult for her. Junpei felt his hand ball itself into a fist and clenched tight, his knuckles whitening. He had to find a way out, and quickly. He turned and looked at Ace and Santa in turn.
Ace, Santa.
Yes.
Right.
They might not have shared the depth of his emotion, but they certainly shared his concern.
All right, let's get started. Hang in there, June. I'm gonna get you out of here real soon.
She managed a small nod before leaning back to rest her head on the wall. All right, Nadgey, I'm just gonna solve this one for you, okay? Like, this puzzle's not even fun, unless you want to do, like, the little intricate puzzles. But most of it is just figuring out how to move around. And it's just annoying.
Yeah, I don't want to deal with this. This looks annoying.
Yeah, yeah, I remember how to do this. Don't you worry. I think we open this door. And then you back out. That doesn't matter. We gotta go up. Already looked through those. There's nothing there. Okay. Thanks, Santa.
Thank you. Thank you.
So you go up here, and then you go up here, and then you go through here. One of the doors on the furnace, there's an A on it. There's a circular wheel in the center of the door. Alright, let's give that sucker a twist. Well, it's noisy, but it opens. And it's totally pitch black in there. We should, go in here. Alright. Let's go. Blah. This looks just like the door we went into. Where are we? We must be on the other side, yes. Which would put us directly above the conveyor belt. At any rate, we should keep moving. There's a great deal we've yet to investigate. My name's Ace, and this is my deep voice. And it's not very deep.
Oh my god, there's a lot of bitch doors.
Yeah, so you spin this wheel. Alright, let's give this wheel a spin. What? That's weird. I don't feel any resistance. Ah! Ah, shit. We got the wheel. Good job, genius. You broke it. I didn't break it. It broke all by itself. Speedy holding Nadgey's hand in this game and then has Glitter do the puzzles herself. Well, just because this room's annoying. I'm sorry.
I looked at it and I'm like, I don't want to do this. I don't want.
Yeah, this room is really annoying. The hand-operated winch. There's no wheel to turn. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I've got to turn the wheel I pulled up. What'd you say?
Oh yeah, we got the wheel.
Yeah. Let's see if it fits. It fits! Not shaky at all. Good. I should be able to turn this now. Good work, Junpei. We should be able to haul up the wooden box now. You see? The wooden box? It's under the catwalk. Can you see it? It's hanging from the rope on the winch, isn't it? It looks like there's some sort of device in that box. I'm not sure what it is. At any rate, you might as well turn that wheel now. I'm counting on you. Alright, I'll turn the wheel. Huh? What's this? What happened? This wheel only turns to the left. It only turns to the left? That means we can't reel up that rope. Yeah. We can only let the rope down. Interesting. I don't think that will be a problem. We will simply need to go downstairs after letting the wooden box down. I will be counting on you, Junpei. Sure thing, no sweat. They became too suspicious of me solving the puzzle too quickly.
Yeah.
He stuck his head out over the side of the catwalk and looked down. The box that had only recently hung just below the catwalk now sat on the floor. It had come to rest near the end of the tunnel that covered the conveyor belt.
Down over by there.
Junpei could see her, still leaning against the wall as if she had barely enough strength to sit up. Even from so far away, it was not difficult to see that she had not improved. He almost thought he could see her heat rising from her body.
She doesn't seem to be improving.
Ace's expression was inscrutable, but he'd said what they had all been thinking.
Of course not. She's not going to just get better right away, you know? It'll take time.
He tried desperately to convince himself that what he said was true.
What could be causing this, I wonder? Illness, perhaps?
Nah, it's gotta be exhaustion.
Santa's response was confident and certain.
She gets dropped into some weird-ass ship, forced to play some messed-up game. If you think about it, it's a lot weirder that we aren't freaking out just like her, you know?
So you're saying we're abnormal?
Yeah. We're just running around this room, solving all these puzzles like it's just business as usual. How the hell could you call that normal?
You good, dude?
Yeah, just stretch.
You look like you're about to fall asleep.
We're just guinea pigs.
Santa snorted in disgust.
A guinea pig?
I want to get to an ending.
You mean like a lab?
We're there. We're almost there.
You mean we're being used for some sort of experiment? Is that what you're saying?
Dunno. But it does seem like a possibility, you know?
They stood there for a few more minutes, no one speaking, until Santa turned and walked away from the winch. Junpei and Ace followed him. Okay. We could go now. This room is stupid. Okay, so what we did there is we moved the winch so this box is now on the floor. There's a pair of wooden boxes here. There's nothing in them. Well, shit, it's not this box. It's this one. A wooden box. Let's see what's inside. It's a control panel for something. Maybe this hole is where the control panel goes. Well, there's only one way to find out. In you go. Dude, you did it! Everything looks alright. Okay, but what do we do now? Why don't you press the button next to it? The orange one? Yes. Alright, I'll do that. Pushing! Sweet, all sorts of lights are lighting up on this thing. And, oh, yes, I think I just heard something turn on. Oh? What's that? What happened? Junpei, look! The conveyor belt's moving. The conveyor belt? Mods, ban Choopy Choosy, thank you. Wait, are you gonna raid me, dude? Well, I guess it's done moving now. There's still a bunch of coal on the belt, though. Looks like a bunch of it got dumped off on the end of the belt there, into that wooden box where we found the control panel. Coal. Coal, huh? Great. We got coal.
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 We put the coal in the hole. Man, this thing is huge. I guess a ship this big needs something like that to power it.
Coal.
True, but I doubt a single boiler of this size can actually move a ship like this at any reasonable speed. You need at least 3, no, 4 of these. Huh? I guess you know a lot about boats, huh? Well, not really. It's just common sense, you know? Banned from another platform. Such is the life of Choopy Choosy. There's a hole that'll let us put coal into the furnace. Maybe if we can get some coal in there, it'll set it on fire. Okay, let's do it. Santa has coal. Alright, that's the last of it. No coal left in the wooden box. And nothing. Great. Well, I guess I should have expected that. Why would just throwing coal into a cold furnace do anything? Ah, well, a man can dream. Junpei, explain it to me again. You're planning to stoke the furnace with coal, which will heat the water stored up in there and make steam, which will then drive something else. Am I correct? In other words, you want to generate enough pressure with the steam to power the turbine and drive the steam engine, right? Yeah, I guess that's, the gist of it. Well, in that case, this isn't enough coal. This furnace is enormous, so we're gonna need a whole hell of a lot more coal than this. Very well. If the three of us work together, then we should manage to fill it much faster.
I want to help too.
Man, I totally didn't even see her wake up, or walk up. Are you feeling up to that?
Yes.
Yeah, right. You look like you're one stiff breeze away from falling over, June. I think you'd better rest some more, alright?
What?
No arguing. You need your rest, so just stay there. We'll handle this.
Okay. I understand.
Alright, time for some manly work. Let's get this coal into the furnace. Choopy probably knows what it looks like, yes. Did Jay watch the last FE6 episode? I'm not sure if he did. Man, this is a lot of work. Alright, I think this should be sufficient. Alright, now we just gotta light it. Junpei, hand me your matches. What makes you think I have matches? I see. Then how are we gonna light it? Perhaps there's a device nearby that will allow us to remotely ignite the coal. Let's take a look, shall we? Yeah, Chaz, that was my favorite moment. Some sort of ignition device, huh? That's not good. That's not good.
Spaghetti.
I gotta get out of here. Is this? I think it might be.
Die.
It probably is. I think this is how we might ignite the furnace. That means that if we move that thing down... Alright, let's do it. Here we go! Welcome back, Soup. Hey, Junpei, Ace, look at this! There's big gears turning onto the boiler here. The gears, they're spinning. What the hell are you guys waiting for? Let's start looking! Yeah! We're almost there, Nadgey. We're almost there.
Yay.
This room kind of sucks. It looks like this thing unlocks the door. There's a depression here that looks like it's the outline of the three circles laid on top of each other in a triangle. Maybe if we put those 3 discs we found into this thing, well, there's only one way to find out. Let's stick them in. Huh? That's odd. Nothing's happening. Maybe you're, I don't know, putting them in the wrong places? Perhaps you have them facing the wrong directions. Perhaps you should rotate the discs to make some of the lines connect to one another. Well, no harm in trying. Do you want to do this one, Nadgey?
Sure.
Okay, tell me what to do.
Okay, we're going to rotate the top left one.
There's only one top. This one?
Oh, no, yeah, the left. To the left.
This one.
Do it again.
Gold or
Do it
bronze?
Do
Oh, do it again? Okay. Do it again.
Wait, no, back. And then go to the right one. What?
Like this?
What? No.
One
No.
more?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then
This
you get
one.
that one.
What do you want to do?
Yeah. Turn that. Turn it again. And then turn the left one. Turn it
Was
again.
there a reboot for Hotel Dusk?
Oh.
This puzzle looks funny.
Turn the right one again.
I never beat Hotel Dusk. I got like 4 hours in, but then I just never continued it. But I do want to finish it someday.
This sucks.
Well, what do you think you're trying to do here?
Trying to connect the lines.
Okay, well, just in case you don't know, you could flip these.
What?
Like, you could change the position of the disc.
I didn't know that.
Sorry if it wasn't clear.
Turn the top one. Yeah. And we're gonna turn the right one. And we'll turn the left one.
Oh, sorry. The left one.
Turn it
He's
again.
trying to open the way! I'll open the way. What's up, Owen? I'm glad you're here, my doctor.
Do it again. Do it again. Do it.
Where's do it again?
Do it again.
Wait. Put the silver one on the top. Yeah, and turn it. That didn't do anything. God damn it.
Let's just see. Yeah, that looks wrong. Honestly, don't even remember.
I hate this.
I think it's this. Yeah, this is wrong. This is super wrong. That's right. Boom. The red lines on these discs. I think maybe I can make a star polygon with these. Create the Star of David. We did, Owen. We did. How you doing, buddy? You did it, Nadgey.
Wow!
No, that's wrong.
Yes! The door's open!
Given the circumstances, Junpei's happiness was certainly understandable. Ace seemed to share his excitement.
All right, Junpei. Why don't you go get June now? Santa and I will keep an eye on the store.
Santa snorted.
Why do we need to do that? Even if it shuts, we know how to solve the puzzle now. We could just open it again.
Well, I suppose that's true. Shall all three of us go and collect June then?
Nah, I'm cool. I'll let Junpei handle it.
He still seemed irritated by something, however, and sat down on the stairs petulantly.
So are you only interested in being contrary?
Ace sighed with the air of a long-suffering parent.
All right, I'll go get June. I'll be right back.
He gave a quick nod to Ace and Santa and dashed off down the stairs. Before long, he was back on the first floor next to the conveyor belt and June.
Oh, Jumpy!
As he drew closer, she stood up slowly.
Are you okay?
He did his best to sound calm and nonchalant, but there was no hiding the genuine concern in his voice.
Are you okay?
Yes.
Buster,
I'm
whoa!
fine now. I'm sorry I made you worry.
Yeah, you're sus as fuck, June. I'm sorry.
June blushed. He wasn't sure if she was embarrassed or still feverish.
Let me check.
Just to make sure, he reached out and put his hand against her forehead.
Good. You're feeling a lot better.
She was feeling far less warm than she had earlier, but she still wasn't down to what seemed normal to him.
Are you sure you're all right?
He had to be sure. June gave him a look.
Oh, you're such a warrior, Jumpy. Oops, I mean, warrior.
June giggled. He wasn't sure if she just made a joke or not, but seeing her smile again made Junpei feel at ease. If she was well enough to smile and laugh, then she really was feeling much better. He gave her a friendly poke on the forehead.
All right, let's go.
Go where?
Oh, right. I didn't tell you. We got the exit open, so...
Great! Let's go!
June clasped her hands and nodded urgently. Everyone is the culprit. They headed back to the exit, but on their way they found...
Oh, it's...
Santa?
Santa was sitting on the stairs.
Ah, god damn
He was,
it.
however, holding something in his right hand and staring at it with a strange expression. Junpei and June slowed down and finally stopped in front of him.
What are you looking at?
Santa answered without looking up, his voice quiet.
It's a photo. It's my sister.
Sister? Santa, you've got a sister?
Santa simply nodded.
Yeah. Kid was cute as a button.
June cocked her head, confused.
She was only about an inch tall then?
Santa glared at her.
Oh, sorry. I guess an inch is a little large for a button. Probably more like a half inch.
Shut up, June.
Santa didn't smile or laugh.
Sorry.
Why are you looking at it?
He simply turned back to his picture and spoke.
I was her Santa Claus.
Wait, what?
This sudden revelation took Junpei by surprise. He had no idea what Santa meant. He glanced at June, who shook her head. She didn't know either.
Have you ever heard the story of the two Santa Clauses? It goes that a long time ago, there were two Santas. One of them wore white, and the other one wore black. The white Santa gave presents to good kids, and the black Santa played tricks on bad kids. They went on like that for a while, but eventually the black Santa's tricks started to get worse and worse. Pretty soon, the white Santa couldn't stand it anymore, and he stabbed the black Santa to death. When he stabbed the other Santa, the white Santa got blood all over his clothes. And that's why, these days, his clothes are red. You could say that red is all that's left of the black Santa.
Junpei was silent. He could think of nothing to say. June was staring at Santa, sadness plain on her face. He continued.
I wonder which Santa I am. The white Santa or the black Santa?
Huh.
Oh.
All right, let's go.
Santa stood up suddenly, his downcast demeanor gone. He shoved the picture back in his pocket and headed back up the stairs, taking them two at a time.
Huh?
That's funny, John. Junpei and June looked at one another. There was nothing they could think of to say.
Hey, what are you two doing? Let's get moving, come on!
Santa's voice echoed across the room from above them.
Let's go.
Yeah.
They nodded and followed him quickly up the stairs. Ace was waiting for them at the top. He was leaning against the handrail. He looked very tired.
Oh, you're finally back.
The door had shut, but it wasn't cause for concern.
Sorry we took so long.
Junpei quickly solved the disc puzzle a second time, and the door opened once again.
Let's go.
In single file, they walked through. After walking for nearly 15 feet, they found themselves in front of the metal door. It opened easily enough, and they passed through it as well. A new room stretched out before them. Nadgey's gonna have to solve this one. Don't look too upset.
A warehouse?
No, I believe this is the cargo room. This must be where they store all of this vessel's freight.
There are wooden crates everywhere. I wonder how old they are.
I don't want it.
I could do it for you. Junpei,
Nah.
Ace, and June had stopped unconsciously, pausing to take their new surroundings. Santa's voice broke through their momentary trance.
Well, we probably ought to start with finding the exit, right? Let's get going.
If you don't want to solve this, I totally could do it again. It's no biggie. I only want you to solve them if you have fun doing it, you know?
I don't want to get to an ending. That's just... I
Well,
like the
I'll
game,
tell
but
you-
I want to get to an ending.
Okay. So do you want me to just do it?
Yeah.
Okay, guys. Sorry, chat, but I hope this is fun. Did you find something, Junpei? It's a card. It has a headshot on it. This is a good puzzle. It is a good one. I like this one.
I'm enjoying it.
I think Nadgey's just being impatient. Yeah.
I am a bit impatient.
Well, it's fine as long as
What
you
a
like get the
minute.
story.
Yeah. Yeah.
This one's got me on it. That's weird. Okay. Card with a headshot. A card with June's face printed on it. Huh. They like say funny things if you keep doing this. At least I thought. Snake. Is that Snake's card? Yeah, you want to see it? No, that's fine. This is Clover's card. You know, looking at this photo, she's kind of cute, isn't she? Huh? What's up? Oh, nothing. Nothing at all. Why does her smile make me feel cold? Jealous Jude. Yeah, these are the new McDonald's cards. It's Ace's card. You look like some kind of European lord. Oh, my headshot. You want to see it? It's actually a pretty good picture. No, I don't need to see it. In fact, we really ought to get back to our search. Okay. Man, the guy in this card is one good-looking son of a bitch. Way more class than that other chump. Hey, what's that supposed to mean? Huh? What's your problem? I didn't mean you. I didn't say I meant you, did I? Shit. Okay. This guy. This card has the 9th man on it. He is the first victim of the nonary game. Actually, come to think of it, he was acting pretty weird. I wonder what his deal was. Are there any more?
Big booby woman.
Oh yeah, where's Lotus? I think we go like here. Junpei, you think you could go take a look at that? Sorry, but no thanks. Why? I've got a bad feeling about it. Pussy. Okay, fine. I'll go. Please be careful, Santa. Yeah, but just in case. Wait, what's he gonna do with that screw? I don't see what throwing a screw at a fence is gonna... Holy shit! This? Oh man. There's electricity running through that fence. Looks like it. Then we can't get to the other side. Well, we could jump off those crates, but we wouldn't be able to get back. Okay.
But you can jump over the crates.
Yeah, but there's no crates on the other side of the fence, so you would get, like, stuck, and you can't touch it. I kind of forget where Lotus is. These crates are quite large. They seem to be tied to one another with sturdy straps. Thanks, Ace. Where is Lotus? I checked this thing, right? Well, give me a second, Nadgey. I gotta find Lotus. Yeah, Lotus is super rare. She's a holographic. I checked the box. I checked this. Yeah, the scalpers. Where the fuck is it? This was Snake. This was Clover. This was Ace. We already checked that.
Do we go up the stairs?
I don't think she's up there. I think they're all down here, but we could go. Yeah, she's not up here. We need to open that box before we can proceed. Any ideas, guys? Oh, no, that was the box that had Ace in it.
It's probably on the other side.
It's not. I'm remembering, but I don't remember where it is. Maybe it's already in this thing. Yeah, okay, that's bullshit. Cards. We found Lotus's card. Yeah, you're right, Wonga Bonga. There's a picture of Lotus on this card. Man, her hair is ridiculous. It's like clay or something. Says the pot to the kettle. Meow.
Now we finally have all 9 picture cards. We just need to insert these cards into the slots at the front of each box.
Zachary. Junpei stared at the cards in his
Me
hands.
putting in my Nintendo DS chip.
Ace peered over his shoulder at them.
You know which card goes in which box, yes?
Junpei gave him a look.
Yeah, of course I do. It's really obvious. You just match our numbers to the numbers, then you pop the corresponding card in the right box. So for instance, the card with the picture of Ace on it goes into box 1. The card with the picture of Snake on it goes into box 2, and so on.
Oh, I see.
Huh? What is it?
Junpei thought he might have imagined it, but he could have sworn Ace stiffened.
I'll leave the rest to you.
Hey, wait!
He quickly turned and walked away.
What's wrong with him?
Enjoy your dinner, Lance.
Oh, well, whatever.
Doing his best to clear his mind for the task at hand, he turned back towards the boxes.
Time to solve the 9 boxes puzzle.
Click on Junpei's now. Okay, let's check it. 9 cards with pictures and 9 boxes. Junpei stared at them for a moment and then began. Oh, I don't think Ren, I missed it.
1, Snake's is in number 2.
He just solves the puzzle
I just
for
need
us.
to do the same for the rest. And finally, the 9th man's card into box 9.
All 9 box lids popped up at once.
Yeah. Oh, they opened.
He peered inside. In each box was a single pin.
9 pins?
They looked a little like sewing pins, but much
I
thicker.
guess I'll take them with me.
Junpei collected them all quickly and shoved them into his pocket. We got the pins! I think we go here now. Yeah, I'm just gonna solve this one too. Think it's afterwards? Oh, maybe. You still with me, Nadgey?
Yeah, I'm just.
You look so sad. What'd you say? You're trying to what?
I'm using my brain.
Oh, okay. Don't worry about this puzzle. It's a fun puzzle, but do you want to do it, or do you want me to just do it?
Might as well you finish it.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just skipping the dialogue, guys. So the way you solve this one is you got to make a digital root of the number with at the number on the green LEDs. You have to make it with the pins, and it's like each row is like a number. So 1, 2, 3 would make a digital root, and then 4, 5. I'm not making sense here. I'll just show you. So we need a digital root of 1. So let's make 10, right? So we can make 10 with 2, 1, and 7. I'm gonna use my mouse for this. And then we'll go for 2, we'll go for 11. So we could do... can we get 11? Alright, we'll just go for something else. We'll do 9 plus 8 is 17, so that's 8. And then... yeah, we'll just get, we'll get 3. Oh, I got 2. Okay, I'm dumb. So for 3, we need 12. We'll do 5, 4... 3? And then for 4, we would need 13. We could do... 6. We'll just go for a different number. We'll go for 4. I'm dumb. It's fine. I'm doing great. So for 4, we need 13. We could go for 2, 8, 3. And then for 5, we can do... we're not going for 5. We'll get 6. All right, and then for 8, we should try and get 17. I got to do these in one go. Okay, so we could get 5 and 8. So for 5, we could do... Nine, 4, 1. And then for 8, we need 17, which can be 6, 7. That's 13. My brain is so not working right now. What did I say we need? 8? We need 17? Well, that's annoying. We could do 3, 6, 8, I think. I hope this is right. Great. Thanks, chat. Sorry, I wasn't even reading you. Okay, now for this one, there's a big F here, and if you remember in base 10, or base 16 or something, whatever, F is 15. So we gotta make every row and every diagonal equal a digital root of 15. So let's just go for it. This is 15. No, that's not right. Is it? 9 plus 8 is 17. That's already too much. Maybe we should put the 9 in here.
Jesus Christ.
9 plus 1, or 9, and then we need a 6 here. 5 and 6 is 11, and then we need a 4. 4, 8 is 12. We could get a 3 here. 5, 3, 7. We put the 7 here. Does that work? Great. There we go. All pins inserted. All lights fit. Or lit. We did it!
Lit!
Yeah! Okay, now we gotta do this shit. I hate this shit.
Oh my god, there's more!
This is the last part, though. This is the last part.
Yo, Spady.
What's up?
Do you want to see my commentating skills?
Sure. Oh, you know what? Jay kept talking about it for Smash, and I haven't seen it yet.
Oh, yeah.
First try!
I sent it
Good
in the
going! Thank you.
DMs.
Oh, thanks. I can't open
You
them,
put it
though.
on stream if you want.
Yeah, I know. But, alright, I could turn off your camera.
Bye.
Come on. Forward tilt to get him off stage, didn't quite connect.
Judge would bet their life.
Oh, hold shield for the entirety, catches out the spot dodge gas.
Oh my god, I looked away and it's like, what do I even know? What the fuck?
Aatrox struggling to take the stock right now, looking very scary right now.
Oh my god.
Oh
Catches
my god!
with the down smash!
Excellent.
Absolutely clean play.
Alright.
Insane.
Mr. Rats.
Insane.
My cat!
Insane.
Insane! That was insane. Nice down
am I back?
smash.
Yeah,
What was that?
Solid. Am I coming back? Am I? Oh,
Yeah,
back.
you're back. That was great commentary, Nadgey. Thank you. Let me just get the chat open.
Insane. Take a shot every time I said insane.
Insane! I guess Jay was
Insane.
exactly accurate. Yeah, he never saw it coming. That was insane.
Wait, what did Jay say?
Jay was like, "Oh, did you see Nadgey's commentating for Smash?" And I was like, "No." And he was like, "That was insane, insane!" And, like it was pretty accurate. It was during the Binding Blade streams.
Oh yeah.
Okay, let's do this shit. So Nadgey. You remember the fence that's electrified down there? So
Yes.
this is that fence. Oh, you can't see my mouse. This is that fence right here, right?
Uh-huh.
We're trying to push these boxes here so we can make a bridge to the coffin. So we don't have to jump on the ground here because we can't climb back over. Does that make sense? So, I don't remember how to solve this one, so I'm just gonna wing it. I think I already fucked up. Let's reset. We can't push that down. Yeah, no, what the hell? Let me think about this for a second. We have to do this.
Down again?
We could do this. Does that do anything?
Push it down again.
Which one?
The one on the right. It's the down.
Can't do it. It's stuck.
Wait, it's stuck.
Yeah, there's a box in front of it. It's not strong enough.
Oh.
1 second, guys. 1 second. I'll get it. If we push this down, it's stuck. But we could do maybe this. That doesn't do anything. Fuck. Okay. Well, if you have any ideas, Nadgey, I'm just gonna wing it. I think you do this.
Just jamming to the sound effects.
They're pretty good.
You're a genius,
No!
Speedy.
I fucked it up. I had it and I fucked it up.
No, you don't. No, you don't.
No, it's done. I fucked it up. I think you gotta... I don't know if I'll have enough moves, though. No, 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 no.
Hey, Omer.
We did it.
Clutch.
Okay. Sorry about that. See, it's moving already. Yeah, this room, I really like the design of this room. I'm sorry I'm kind of like butchering it. The Pushmaster 5000 did just what I told it to. Alright, let's go cross the bridge now. Yeah, this song is like a rave. It's sick. Are you ready, Nadgey, to open this coffin?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Mummy!
Woman.
Oh.
Just kidding.
Really?
Whatever.
Fuck.
Just open it.
Okay, okay.
A small key and
A gun.
Or is B special?
gun?
Yeah, a revolver.
Yeah, I've never been to a rave. I'll be honest, Soup.
It looks pretty old.
I wonder if this is a replica.
Only one way to find out.
Are these real bullets? Oh, if this is real...
Alright, who wants to play your Russian roulette?
That's a bad idea. That's not
Very
good.
bad idea.
Oh.
You're not gonna take it?
Of course not. All something like this is gonna do is cause more trouble. It's a powerful weapon that gives one person a huge advantage. Something like that would be way too dangerous to have around. We're in enough danger already.
Yeah, I suppose you're right.
Maybe Zero put this gun here, hoping that something like that might happen. In other
Did I
words,
cut out?
maybe
Yeah, you
he
did.
put it here to make us fight each other.
I want to try and make the sound without it cutting out, but it's being stupid.
What are you saying? Is that the James Bond theme?
Yeah.
In that case, we should most certainly leave it here. I, for one, have no desire
It is a golden
to let
gun.
Zero control me.
Me neither.
Oh, James Bond, you're so handsome.
Okay, we've got that figured out. But you aren't gonna leave that key in there, are you?
Of course not. We'll take that with us.
Have you
DK
seen
mode.
that, you see that video Nintendo uploaded the other day? It was about Marth, and it like started with him going, Marth. And
I did not.
So basically, they did like a history video on Marth or some shit.
Uh-huh.
And essentially, they started the video by going, Marth. Well, like the guy who said
I gotta
his name.
hear it to, like, understand. But anyway, we're
Yeah.
gonna get our ending, Nadgey. Are you ready?
PogChamp!
Are you happy? What's up, Choopy Choosy again? The man, the myth, the legend? Okay. Oh, you should do that, Dot Stiff. That's great. Okay, let's do this, Nadgey. Let's get out of here. Yay! Looks like it's open, Jumpy! I see. This key should open this door. Crimbo sent it. Let's see. Oh, is that why you're saying the man, the myth, the legend?
Marth.
There it is.
That's it.
Marth.
Hi.
Nintendo fans know him as a Nintendo icon. But what exactly makes him tick? Together, let's journey back to the beginning.
Wow, Chaz, this video got 200,000 more views than your Miranda video. I guess Martha's a better character. Well, that's a shame. That's not good.
Video, wasn't it?
What?
You voice acted in his video, didn't
Yeah,
you?
I played August, and I was like, Prince,
Yeah.
we found a captive in the castle.
I watched the video.
He
while I
wants
was on
to
the
see
train
you.
last night. It was very good.
Very good video. All right, let's get out of here. Marv.
Hi.
Sure. I'm just teasing. Your video was breathtaking. It was insane.
The introduction sent me
Long
for a
hallway,
loop.
huh?
Zoomed out of the monitor. And
Yeah. That's the one joke in this video. And it wasn't even that funny. All right, let's do this.
We've seen this elevator before.
We got off the one on the left just a little while ago.
Then we went through the number 6
been able to
door,
fit through
and
that
that took
gate,
us to
right?
the engine room.
What'd you say?
Or climb over. Surely they're
What?
able to climb over that gate or like fit through it.
Nah, dude, there's like 6 inches of space up there. Maybe like 8. I don't know how to convert that to centimeters for you.
I mean,
It's like this big. Like they can't fit through it.
Yes.
I
and
mean,
after that,
I
we
probably
passed through
could.
the cargo room.
Maybe. But you would like break your neck on the way down.
And now we're back here.
In other words, we made a loop. We're back where we started. We needed a card to get to this point.
I don't see a card reader here.
Nadgey could fit.
Perhaps we aren't
6
able
inches
to
is
activate
15
it from
centimeters.
this
Thank you.
location.
Well, I'm getting 2 different answers
Why
now.
don't you just try pushing the button?
Yeah.
sometimes being a skinny isn't it? Huh?
No, it always has an advantage, dude.
Works.
I'm so jealous.
I'm not. I want to be ripped. I wanna
No,
be-
then I'm the first to die because I can't fit through the grate. I'm too
Good.
chonk.
Now we can go back if we need to.
Yeah, but you
What
can
do we
work
do?
off the trunk. That's
Should
the
we
thing.
return
You
to
can,
C
like,
deck?
You could
Yeah,
get
most-
bulk.
You can get bulk, but like, see, the thing with skinny people is we stay skinny, and like, it's fucked.
I guess. Yeah, it's harder to build muscle for sure.
Like,
Anyway,
I
let's
eat
keep
so
going with
much
this.
food, it just doesn't work.
No, this hallway keeps going. Even if we do end up going back, I think we should see what's down there first.
I agree. Let's go. Looks like it ends here.
Only one door.
There isn't anything else. It's the only way to go.
All right, let's open it.
Number 9 lunch. And cheese.
It's perfect.
And a large soda.
The 9 door.
Nadgey, we found it.
PogChamp.
Of course it wouldn't be that easy. Vacant. Huh. We finally found it.
Jumpy!
Huh?
Look! Behind you!
What? A 9 door. There's another one. Why? It's 9, no matter how you look at it. The red is there too. So this is a real one?
Side door.
Why?
What?
Why the hell are there 2 doors?
It's really gonna make me go. Pick a door.
9 or 9? Okay.
There were always 2 doors. I mean, if you think about it, Zero never actually said there was only one door with a 9 on it.
It is hidden, but an exit can be found. Seek a way out. Seek a door that carries a 9.
Of course, we just assumed that there was only one. After all, why would there be more than one?
Oh, man.
Why did you send this to me, Chaz? What?
What does that send you?
He sent me a video that says, "Is Marth homophobic?" Marth the Marth the Marth the Marth?
Can you send that to me?
I can't do it on my computer because it's gonna leak my DMs.
Chaz, send me the video.
Marth, Marth,
That was horrifying. I think he's homophobic. Anyway, let's just get on with our lives.
We fell for it. There are 2
Mars.
doors. That means that all 9 people who had met at the central staircase could escape. No one would be left behind.
It was super clickbait, by the way. It was in the thumbnail.
Now it makes sense why the bracelets are numbers. 1 through 9. Divided into teams of 4 and 5 people. The digital root of both teams ends up being 9. Take 1, 2, 7, 8, and 3, 4, 5, 6, 9 for
If you say so, Chaos. Where are we at? We're almost at an ending.
Or 2, 3, 4, 9, and 1, 5, 6, 7, 8. The digital root is still 9. There are a bunch of combinations that work, and they all end up the same way. If one team has the digital root of 9, so would the other one. What does that mean? The answer's simple. From the very beginning, the Nonary game was designed to save all 9 people.
Nadgey!
Hi.
That's how it was meant to be.
Why'd you kill him?
Zero didn't lie. He never said there'd be only one 9 door.
Did I?
But anyone who'd found themselves in the game would have assumed that was the case. Fights would have broken out. One team would likely betray or deceive the other.
Uh-oh.
Someone might be hurt.
Probably now.
Nadgey, do your homework. Give it to me, Nadgey. Give it to me. Are you good?
Yeah, I'm just getting my tax numbers sorted.
Someone might get killed. But eventually, they'd reach this very same room and realize how pointless all their infighting was. There were 2 doors. There was no need to kill each other. This game was designed for that purpose. This Nonary game. We were all arguing and fighting over doors at the beginning. But if there had been one slip
For Nadgey.
tiny mistake
It's like
that
3
led
p.m.
to
for
war.
him. Like 4 p.m.
Yeah, it's 3 p.m.
So, what are we going
It's time
to
for
do,
your nap.
Junpei?
Huh? Oh, right.
So you tell me I could have saved Snake.
I cannot confirm or deny. I'm just saying, the game was designed to save all 9 people, and you got 2 people killed.
Hey, keep it together,
Okay, with the
man.
9th man, you can't save him. There's no fucking way.
Yeah, you can't. I won't say for Snake, though.
Sorry.
Jeez.
Hey, well,
So what do we do?
better than everyone dying, you know?
What do you...
Yeah, you did pretty well. It could have gone worse.
We need to think about our next step.
Our
It's so
numbers
long
are
since
1,
I've written
3,
on paper.
5, and 6.
been a
That's a
hot
digital
minute.
root of 6.
I do it every day.
4 of us can't open the number 9 door.
The 4. Wait. Don't tell me.
Thank you, Nadgey. I just can't hear anything. He's just like, you like my moth?
I'm like, say hi to Marth. See,
Aw.
she's like, hi, Marth.
That's cute.
Yep. There's one combination that'll let 3 of us open the 9 door.
True Xerxes. If he introduced himself to the 9th man first, the 9th man would have lived, actually.
That's why I'm asking, what now?
But he waited last.
What now?
Welcome back, Lance.
No, we gotta go back.
Are you focused, Nadgey? We need to focus.
Yeah, sorry.
Okay, do you know what's going on? I could summarize.
Yeah, summarize, sorry.
We found the 9th door. We found 2
Yeah, well,
9
I know
doors.
that.
We're gonna go back. We're gonna report back to the group, okay?
Okay, sick.
Pay attention.
Yep.
We're almost there.
I agree. We cannot leave June behind.
Sorry, I didn't expect my mom to come in and
No, it's no problem. I just don't want you to miss
sure?
this.
I don't mind staying.
It's okay. There's no way we'd leave you behind.
Besides, I'd rather drown at the bottom of the ocean than escape with this sausage fest. Maybe I'll get to go to Atlanta.
Are you sure you don't mean Atlantis?
Wait, am I not on novel mode? Son of a bitch.
Oh, right.
Whoops.
Junpei, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Perhaps it was the sudden reassurance that no one wanted to leave June behind, but Junpei laughed harder than he had in some time. So basically, we could have left June behind and gone through the 9 door with Ace and Santa. That's the point of this. You don't care. Okay. Santa and Ace smiled.
You guys.
Sorry.
June blinked tears from her eyes and bit her lip. She didn't seem to know what else to say.
Very well. Best we head back to C-Deck then. We should be able to take the elevator we passed earlier. Perhaps Clover, Seven, and Lotus will have returned from door 1.
Even as they spoke, they knew finding the others wouldn't improve the situation.
Even with all 7 of us.
Ace knew it. They all knew it.
Standing around here isn't going to accomplish anything, don't you agree? Let's find the other 3 first, and then search for another solution.
Yeah, Junpei's great.
I guess you're right.
All right, let's go.
Ace looked at all 3 of them, then turned and headed through the door.
Okay.
Santa and June followed. Junpei started toward the door, then stopped.
Come to think of it, what is this room?
It didn't seem terribly important now, but what exactly was
We were
it?
so focused on the doors, we didn't even look around.
A red carpet between 2 columns of wooden benches, or ran between 2 columns of wooden benches that ran the length of the room.
It looks like it's set up for some kind of ceremony. But what kind?
A wedding.
Facing the 9 door was the carpet leading to the bow of the ship. I think it's bow. And at the end...
We're going to marry June. Never mind, it's a fucking funeral.
Was it an altar, perhaps? There was a small rectangular alcove at the end of the carpet, and inside the alcove was a raised platform. Resting on top of the platform was a coffin.
A coffin? What on earth is a coffin doing in a place like this?
But before Junpei had time to answer that question...
Hey, Junpei! The hell are you doing? Let's move!
Santa's voice echoed from the outside the hall,
Right,
whatever.
Okay, I'll be right there.
Great. Junpei turned on his heel and left the quiet, somber room. There were 9 pews. Good observation, James.
Me?
Are you okay?
They took the elevator up to C deck. Once there, they headed back toward the main hall and the central staircase. It didn't take them long.
It's... Seven and Lotus.
They didn't look happy.
We've got a problem.
Clover is gone.
What?
Yeah, I wonder how that happened.
Junpei and his 3 companions looked at one another. He turned back to Seven and Lotus.
What do you mean, gone?
Santa, Ace, and June had their own questions to ask.
When?
Why?
You 2 went into door 1 with Clover, didn't you?
Seven and Lotus responded as best they could.
Yeah, we went through the door together.
But Clover barely spoke to us.
She just did her own thing the whole time.
Huh.
There were 4 rooms on the other side of door 1.
She wouldn't let us into the 4th room.
She just said, I'll take care of this one.
And shut the door.
She must have blocked it with something on the other side.
We waited for a while, but Clover didn't come out.
We called for her, but she didn't answer.
So I kicked down the door and we went into the room.
But
It was empty.
Clover wasn't there.
There was a door on the other wall.
And it was open.
We figure she opened the door and left by herself.
We ran after her, of course, but
Well, obviously we didn't find her. We figured that much out.
Clover's gone.
Junpei thought for a
When did
moment.
this happen?
We got here just before you.
You certainly have excellent timing.
So you haven't searched anywhere other than near the staircase?
No, we haven't.
Finally, Ace spoke up. His voice had an edge of resolve and concern.
Very well then. We'd best separate and look for Clover. We haven't much time
We
left.
need to stop
Let's begin.
separating, because every time we separate, we lose someone, and it's
Yeah.
fucking stupid.
There were quick nods all around, and the 6 remaining players spread out. Junpei and June ran into the central hospital room and looked around.
She's not here.
No, she isn't.
They searched a little longer, but with no luck. They couldn't find Clover.
There's no sign of her. Let's go.
I didn't hear you.
Like Zoinks?
Yeah, zoinks, exactly. Finally, they gave up and left the central hospital room. True, Crimbo, true. Slowly, they made their way back to the hallway. At last, they reached the stairs, and Junpei spoke.
Right. I'm thinking we should probably split up. I'll head back to the stairs and take the elevator down to E deck. June, you can take the stairs up to B deck.
You're not gonna...
All right, that sounds good. But,
What?
could you stop calling me by that code name when we're alone?
Huh? Sure, right. I'll do that.
Your mic didn't come through again. What?
Speedy.
What?
He's in.
I gotta believe.
There was a reason Junpei persisted in calling her June, even when they were alone. Although, perhaps not the best reason.
Backstory.
He was embarrassed to call her by her nickname he'd used when they were children. Connie. 9 years ago, it came naturally. After all, they were children. But now that they were adults, it felt strange. Regardless of what he might hope for, to call a woman he wasn't dating by such a childish nickname felt odd to him.
Start dating her.
Of course, to call her Miss Kurashiki would be even more awkward, and simply Kurashiki would seem a little brusque. And although he couldn't put his finger on why it felt somewhat forward to call her Akane when they hadn't seen one another for so long, in short, it was simply easier for him to call her June and leave it at that.
Jumpy.
Oh, no, it's nothing.
All right, I'm going then.
Yeah, be careful.
Oh, I cut off the nickname. He said, Connie. June, or perhaps more appropriately, Connie, blushed and smiled.
You be careful too, Jumpy.
Yeah, got it. Take care.
Junpei looked after her for a moment as she ran up the stairs, then turned around and took off for the hallway. Brusque. Sorry if I said it wrong. If it's not brusque, it's brusque.
Brusque. Marv.
Marv.
What if I...
What are you doing? No! Tragedy always strikes when one least expects it.
You're my child.
Did you read that?
No, sorry, I was trying to make a joke.
Why don't you read the line for me again?
Oh. Siri, what the fuck?
But to wait for a man to stand before striking him down seems almost crueler than dealing the fatal blow while he lies on the ground. A light in a dark place, June's smile had given him hope, both for escape and possibly for something else. It was that hope that raised his spirits just enough that they might soon be fully dashed. He opened the elevator door, and there she was. A woman sat slouched against the wall. Lotus. Junpei felt his blood turn to ice. Her body was limp, and her skin smooth and pale as always. Was covered in bright red blood. Junpei felt his chest constrict. He couldn't breathe, and his legs began to shake. A slow, cold drop of sweat trickled down his back. He felt his stomach somersault. Junpei's mind went blank. All his thoughts replaced with endless, hissing white. Driven by little more than instinct, he began to walk toward Lotus slowly. Each slow movement of stiff limbs brought him closer to his corpse, or to her corpse. Finally, he stood next to her. Robotically, he bent down and put his hand against her neck. There was no pulse. No rise. I'll wait. This is important. The Pog ending. Pog chat! Give me your phone. It's my turn to play heroes. You like that one? It's a pretty big wound case. I mean, someone with, like, thin skin like Lotus, I'm sure you can notice. Take your time, Nadgey. It's okay. People are enjoying the music. What is happening over there? I'm not sure. Yeah, exactly.
Alright, keep going, keep going, keep going,
Okay.
keep going.
There was no pulse, no rise and fall of breathing. She was slightly warm. Something somewhere in Junpei's shaken mind told him that she had been killed recently. I can't read, dude. Yes, Junpei thought, his mind slowly returning. She had been killed. Someone had killed her. There was a deep cut on the left side of her chest. Blood still oozed from it, although clearly her heart had stopped beating some time ago. The weapon had been a knife then. Perhaps she had been stabbed in the heart once. She would have died immediately. He took little comfort from knowing she must have suffered very little. Only then did Junpei notice. Lotus's bracelet was gone.
Lastly, let's discuss how to remove the bracelets. If 1, you escape from this ship. 2, your heart rate reaches 0. In other words, once the bracelet is taken outside the confine of the ship, or the backside of the mirror's heartbeat has fallen to 0, it will shut down automatically.
Did she pull you another Felicia?
What?
Did she pull you another Felicia?
No, now I can be taxed.
Okay. Welcome to the adult world. It's fun. Was that why the killer had ended Lotus's life? So that they might have the number 8 bracelet? If that was true, then the killer was whoever wanted the number 8 bracelet. Or perhaps more accurately, the person who gained the most by obtaining the bracelet number 8. Who is that? Who would benefit the most from the number 8 bracelet? The thought had only just entered Junpei's mind when he heard a noise. A sound like a sharp knife cutting through wet meat. It struck him as strange that the noise came from inside his own body. A moment later, the pain hit him. It wasn't merely pain, there was heat, extreme heat as well. He felt as though molten iron had been splashed against the side of his body. Finally, his brain made the connection. He had been stabbed. But where? His body was quickly going numb. He couldn't tell where the knife had met his flesh. Given the circumstances, however, he had most likely been stabbed in the back. Whoever had killed Lotus had now done the same to Junpei as well. His voice was little more than a weak groan. With what little strength he had left, Junpei turned his body, trying to catch a glimpse of his attacker. But as he did, the knife dug itself in deeper, twisting viciously. He collapsed to the floor, a puppet with its string cut. His arms and legs lay where they fell, oddly twisted and awkwardly positioned. Junpei's body was entirely numb. He could feel the blood leaking out of him, but nothing would move. Nothing save his eyes. As he lay on the floor, his life ebbing away, Junpei finally saw his attacker. 2 tiny images of the killer reflected in his eyes. With that recognition came nothing. He felt no emotions, not anger, not sadness, not regret. The paralysis that had claimed his body had reached his mind. Paralysis, sorry, I'm dumb. His killer glanced down at his body. Then, without a word, climbed into the elevator and was gone. His eyesight began to fade. The world grew blurry and began to dissolve into an empty white fog. Your mic is muted. I can't hear you. What'd you say?
No, it's not.
It's like your noise gate. It's like catching you.
I said, sorry guys, I fucked up.
It's okay, Nadgey. Hey, I got this ending first too when I played.
Alright.
The fog crept into the edges of his mind and worked inexorably inward. No, this isn't happening! How could this be? Soon, it swallowed up the last that remained of Junpei's mind, and his consciousness left him. There was nothing more. Into utter emptiness he fell. Into zero. Whatever Junpei had been was gone.
Who the fuck did it? Who the fuck was it? Oh, bad end. Oh. Now what?
Well, you reached one ending. This game has multiple endings. In order to experience all the endings, you need to play through the game multiple times. Make sure to save your progress now to retain all information you've acquired. This was the last one you got? Damn. I feel like this is the one everyone gets because they want to go with June. Oh, I shouldn't have said that. But at the last door choice, most people are like, let's go with June. And like the odds are you're going to get this ending.
No. She's
Okay.
not the killer. No.
Well, we don't know who killed you. They don't tell you. But hey, you got an ending. You got the knife ending, Nadgey. Look at that. There's a knife here now. That's what that's for. Isn't that cool? Yeah, that's exactly the reason I got this ending first. Same, dude. I picked door 6 because I wanted to be with June. Anyway, Nadgey, we have some time left. Do you want to try a different path? Welcome to the tree that I spoiled slightly.
Jesus Christ!
Oh, did we really lose the keys? No way. That's fucked up. You did so well. Okay. Well, I'll have you know, Nadgey, that up until this point, you were on the path to the best ending. And because you picked this door, you got the knife. It's so stupid. It's not your fault, but I was so impressed with how well you were doing. Anyway, we're gonna have to play this game again. It's faster on the second playthrough, trust me. But we could start. Where do you want to start? Do you want to start at like the first door choice, or do you want to like start at the second one?
I
What was that?
want the tree ending.
Well, trust me. Honestly, it's good you got this ending first. I think it makes the game better. Aren't you like curious who killed you?
Yes?
Well, you gotta find out. If you got the true ending, you would have just been like, oh, this is the killer. But like now that you got backstabbed, you gotta find out. Yeah, he was really close. Nadgey, where are we going? You gotta tell me.
I guess
Your mic's cutting out again. What'd you say?
I guess we'll go we'll start there.
Here?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's do it. Wait, no. This is the same path. Oh god, we're gonna die. We're gonna get stabbed.
Look, it's...
Are we able to back out?
Okay, it's here.
So I have to go through all that shit again?
Oh, no. Okay. These are different keys I'm thinking of. I think. You don't have to go through a bunch of stuff because we could skip. Do you want to go to the last door choice?
Is that what matters?
You're gonna have to explore this whole tree, dude. So you just pick whatever you want.
I don't understand why I got stabbed. Did I decide to go to the wrong person?
This game is really... The odds of you getting this ending are like 90%. So the thing is, the way this game determines your ending, there's 3 door choices in the game, right? There's the first choice between 4 and 5. There's this one between 3, 7, and 8. And then there's this one between 1, 2, and 6. If you pick the correct combo, you get like the good endings, and there's 2 correct combos out of all the possibilities. So it's not like you did something wrong. You know?
Mm-hmm.
Why don't you just pick a door and we'll go through? You did good.
Are we able to go from the point where, like, we decide who to go with?
From the last choice?
Yeah.
Yeah, we could do that. You want to go here?
Yeah, but, like, if I do that, I go left or right, right? I don't go straight.
All right.
Well, straight was door 6, so if you pick door 2 or door 1, you go to a different path.
Okay. Yeah, so what decision did I make
everyone wrote
that
their code name
made
and a
me
door
get
number.
stabbed? I don't remember any decision.
I just explained it to you. There's only 2 correct combinations of doors to get the good ending, right?
Uh-huh.
So it's not like you did something wrong. You just didn't pick the right combo. It's not really intuitive. It's pretty bad. All right, take care, John. Hope you had a good time.
I
so
guess
yeah, we
we'll
picked
go
6.
Door 2.
Oh, shoot, whatever. It's not important. We're just going to explain that we're going to door 2. I'm going to start skipping tons of text because it all just repeats. Okay?
Doggy.
Good night, Nathan. Hope you had fun.
Hello, puppy.
Doggy. Oh, I gotta fix this. There we go.
I'll go first.
So we're on door 2. Let's go. Yeah, there's no flowchart in the original, so it's pretty hard.
Let's go.
Take care, KS. Thanks for hanging. And sorry to keep you up.
Where the hell is it this time?
Okay. I'm glad, KS.
I don't see it.
Oh, there it is. It's right there.
Fortunately, it took them only moments to find the dead. It had been placed just inside the room next to the numbered door. They gathered around it and quickly scanned each of their bracelets.
It stopped.
Yeah, it stopped.
Junpei could feel his heart pounding against the inside of his ribs. Seven and Lotus were breathing hard and fast.
Man, I'll never get used to that.
I'm not sure it's something I'd want to get used to. We should finish this game before imminent death becomes a normal thing.
Yeah, I do like the original experience better. Not Pablo, I agree with you.
Damn right.
All right.
Junpei looked around again.
This hallway's pretty short, but it's got 5 doors. 3 on the left, and only 1 on the right.
Don't forget the last one at the end of the hall.
But it's got a metal plate over it, so I doubt we're gonna get anywhere that way.
After taking a look around the room himself, Seven spoke.
All right, let's get started. I think we'd probably better split up. You two okay with that?
Yes, no problem.
Sure thing.
Then I'll take this first one.
Seven nodded to them and stepped into the room closest to him.
I'll try the one next to it.
At last, Junpei was left alone.
I guess I'd better get started.
If you're saying something, I can't hear you. I'm sorry.
No, I haven't said anything.
Okay, cool. Well, I guess I'd better get started too. He looked intently at the remaining 3 doors. But at what cost? I mean, it cost the initial intention of the entire game. It was meant for the DS. So this kind of ruins it, but it's still pretty good. Anyway, this is another puzzle room, Nadgey. I don't know if you want to give a crack at it.
Not really.
That's okay.
I just want to fucking know the story. I want to.
I know. I just hope you're having a good time.
I'm having a great time. Trust me. Believe me.
Okay. I don't remember how to solve this puzzle exactly, but we'll figure it out. We got a sun. There's a tile stuck in the drain. Oh shit, you nailed it. The door says emergence. Okay, we need that knob. We got a moon. There's nothing in the drawer. Yeah, something's not right though. The handle on that drawer doesn't really fit, you know? It looks kind of messy. Why don't you take it out? Yeah! There's a mirror on the other side of this drawer. Interesting. It's kind of an odd shaped, and it looks like someone attached the handle with a screw after the fact. Okay, we gotta find a screwdriver.
Oh, no,
Yeah, this
I'll be right back
puzzle's...
quickly. Keep playing.
Sure. Yeah, we gotta figure out where to reflect the light. Maybe if I go somewhere that's a little easier to shine the light on. So if I shine a light on the mirror in the back... I get it. If I shine the light on a mirror, symbols appear. The left side has a sun and the right side has a moon. I'm gonna remember this. Okay, so sun 4, moon 7. This one's stuck. Do you think that this game works better as a visual novel than a puzzle game sometimes? Yeah. They really tried hard. There were 2 different developers that worked. One did the visual novel side, and the other did the puzzle side. And they tried their best to mend them together with, like, story tidbits and theming. But, it still feels, like, really disconnected. Loose? You think it'll come off if you pull on it? Let's pull on the handle. It fell off. Ah, look at this. That handle doesn't really fit on the string. Maybe it wasn't meant for it to be attached to it. Wow. Oh, we got a handle. Now I'm just remembering how I literally spent the weekend playing this game non-stop, and I got all the bad endings in one night. That was a fun night. I would have been so discouraged. Alright, see you there, Lance. Take care. Finding Blade should be fun. I wonder if it's going to be the last stream. Yeah, we need a screwdriver. No, I love the puzzles, because I love escape rooms. So this was like candy. I was a kid in the candy store with this game. Yeah, the engine room puzzle's my least favorite. There's that sound again. Happens whenever I pull that string a couple times. Junpei, did you hear something from the other room? The other room? You mean from the dark room? So that unlocked the drawer. Nadgey went to get something to drink or something. Keep flushing so the ship won't sink. We got 2 tiles. But where's that screwdriver? Okay, here's the screwdriver, I think. Doesn't matter what angle I got it at from, I can't see anything in there. Do we have a light? Okay, maybe the screwdriver's not there. Didn't Cyan say he needed 6 hours to do Murdoch? Yeah, that. Not thinking about it, that last chapter's gonna be super long. Oh. Did I get the drive shaft? You gotta make a screwdriver here. Okay, the water doesn't work. Assume that Spike Chunsoft did the visual novel part of this game? Yes, and they outsourced to... I forget the name of the company, but they specialize in puzzle games. I watched like there was a video on how 999 was made, and it was like really well done. The video itself explaining the development cycle. Where's this? Oh, it's the toilet paper thing, isn't it? I think there's the one in the other room. Nadgey's never coming back, is he? I remember. Yeah, you should watch that video. There's spoilers in it, but if you've played the game before, let me see if I could find it.
Hi there. So, while in the...
What?
It's this video. Don't click on that if you haven't played the game before. That was a great video. Anyway, you back?
Yes.
We got the screws off. There's nothing in here. Alright, let's yank the thing out. Okay. We got the drawer. You've played all 3 games? Perfect. It'll be a good watch. Sounded like something falling. What was that? I heard it too. Let's open the drawer. There's a tile in here. I guess that's what made that noise, huh? Speedy posting spoilers. Please don't click on it if you haven't played the game before. It linked you to a video about Marth. Did it really? It did. Okay, that's the wrong one. It's this one.
Hi there.
There you go. Okay, I just didn't copy paste properly. Everything's opposite. Like, alright, we don't really... We're done with this puzzle, okay? Sweet, the handle I got off that drawer fits onto the faucet perfectly. Now I can turn the water on. Looks like the sinks are back to back with the wall separating them. Junpei, what are you doing? It's pretty obvious, isn't it? I'm running the water. I can see that. I'm asking you why you're just letting it run like that. Think about it, Lotus. This faucet didn't have a knob when we found it, right? What do you mean? Just watch. Anytime now. Hey, water's filling up. Doesn't that just mean the pipes are clogged? Whoops, let's turn it off for now. So, did anything change? The water stopped flowing. Thank you, Mr. Obvious. Junpei, I'm leaving this one to you, alright? Marth. I'm sorry, Wonga Bonga.
Wonga Bonga.
You did it,
I'm in
Nadgey.
so much pain.
I'm sorry.
No, it's not you. I have an ulcer on my tongue.
Oh, that's the worst.
It's not fun.
I'm not gonna rickroll you. That would content claim me. Okay, Nadgey, ready for a story tidbit?
Phoenix Master.
What was that?
I remember when Phoenix Master rickrolled everyone on Twitter.
Oh yeah, I mean he's a big troll. Are you ready for some story, Nadgey?
Hell yeah.
Okay. Oh.
What?
Junpei put the wet tile into his pocket. He was about to turn away when there was a noise behind him.
What the?
He spun around to see Seven kneeling on the floor. His face was rigid and pale. Droplets of sweat covered his forehead.
Hey, what's going on? Are you okay, man?
This game.
You're sweating like crazy. Are you all right?
He was concerned. He'd never seen Seven like this before. Slowly, the other man lifted himself to his feet on shaky legs.
Yeah, I'm fine. Just got a little dizzy, that's all.
His face was pale and his breathing was heavy. Sweat was pouring off his face and staining his shirt.
That's definitely more than just a little dizzy. Are you sure? You don't look so good.
Seven didn't answer. Half of his face was twisted as if distorted by extreme pain, and his eyes were glazed. Finally, he spoke.
What am I doing here?
Huh?
Oh yeah, he's an amnesiac, I forgot.
His words made no sense.
What are you talking about? We opened the number 2 door and walked in here. Don't tell me you forgot.
No, that's not what I mean.
He shook his head several times as if trying to clear something from it.
It ain't much, but I think some of my memories came back. I think I've been here before.
Huh?
Huh?
I said I've been in this room before.
You were here? When? Why?
Aoi. Light. Nona.
What?
Suddenly, Seven was mumbling to himself. They were words Junpei didn't understand. Seven's hoarse voice trailed off, and Junpei couldn't make out what he'd said.
What the hell was that?
Seven's brow furrowed furiously, and he ground his teeth back and forth.
It's right there. I feel like I'm this close to remembering everything, but I just can't.
Seven stopped, frustrated. He pulled his hat off and ran a hand through his hair. Then suddenly he looked up, his eyes wide.
That's right, an experiment.
What's up, Versadia? We just got the knife ending, and now Nadgey picked door number 2 at the last choice.
There was some kind of experiment going on this ship.
An experiment? What sort of experiment?
Does that sound familiar?
What does? The song?
The experiment.
Oh, yeah, well... The mannequins?
They were trying to control people. Or something like that.
That is correct, Animator Brian. Clover said that. She said... What do you think of when you say the word experiment? It was a while ago. It's fine, Nadgey.
What the hell are you talking about?
Junpei didn't know what to make of Seven's story. Instead, he simply stared as Seven continued.
Aoi, Light, and Nona. Those were their names. Well, some of them. The kids that were in the experiment, I mean. I think there were 4 or 5 more, but I don't remember all their names. Yeah, that's right. That's why I'm here.
Seven began to mumble to himself and wander aimlessly about the room. He looked confused. So far as Junpei could tell, the man was simply rambling, and there were odd twitches to his movement.
Experiment. Cradle Pharmaceuticals. Those kidnapped kids. Was I working that case?
The fuck?
Seven continued to mumble to himself about things that meant nothing to Junpei.
Five Nights at Freddy's plot.
I cannot confirm or deny.
Huh?
Hello,
Junpei didn't have...
Fazbear's Pizza. How may I help you?
Hello? 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 Hey. This is your job now. I don't remember. Junpei didn't have any answers for him, of course. He couldn't understand what was happening to Seven. All he could do was wait. My cat! After a few minutes, Seven finally stopped.
Wait, under this bed.
He crouched down and looked under the bed. His face registered mild surprise as he began to mumble to himself again.
The hole's gone? No, maybe it was a different room. There's gotta be a ton of rooms on this boat that look just like this one.
At last, Junpei could contain himself no longer.
What exactly do you remember? Maybe you could stop talking like a crazy person and tell me what's going on here.
Whoa, man, that's a bit rude.
Seven stood up slowly.
Well, it's not like I really remember everything. I've only got bits and pieces, and they're scattered and don't make much sense.
I don't care. Tell me the bits and pieces then.
Junpei could feel it. Whatever Seven had remembered, it was important. Very important.
Okay.
Seven drew a large, muscled hand down across his face. As he wiped the sweat from his brow, he spoke.
From what I can remember, I think I was a cop.
A cop?
Yeah. I was looking for that group of kids that got kidnapped 9 years ago. You remember that, right? It was all over the news.
Yeah, I was still in school. I don't remember all the details, but I do remember some of it. I think it was a bunch of kids right around my age. They all just disappeared. Nobody knew why. It was all over TV and the newspapers every day. So you're saying you were investigating it?
Yeah, that's what it looks like. And I guess I found something. There was this medical company called Cradle Pharmaceuticals that had something to do with those kids. After I figured that out, I managed to get some information out of somebody who worked for them. I think it was...
Tonight, a ship is set to take the children to a large passenger liner docked offshore.
Yeah, that had to been it. That's why I went to the wharf. In the shadows, I searched the harbor.
Wow, I really regret not going with this guy the first time. Holy shit.
There's a bunch of movement near it. Men in black suits, many of them were carrying large bags. Bags. There was something about the way they moved as they were carried. No doubt about it. There were human beings in those bags. I moved before I realized it. I came out of hiding with my gun already in my hand.
Don't move.
I felt metal touch the back of my head.
Drop the gun.
He kept digging the cold metal thing into my skull. There was nothing I could do. I did what he said and laid my gun on the ground. Then suddenly, there was a sharp pain in my neck. A needle.
A drug?
That was my last
Wait.
thought.
So, is that us getting carried to a boat and taken?
This was 9 years ago. Seven's explaining a story from 9 years ago.
Oh, 9 years ago, okay.
There was a story in the newspaper. 16 kids got kidnapped and disappeared for like a week, and Seven was
Dude.
on the case.
I'm sorry, but Peg and Marth. Marth's about to get pegged.
So I'm looking for a new co-host, guys. If anyone's interested on coming... You just focus for 2 seconds, god damn it.
I was out like a light after that.
I had to make a light shirt.
No, yeah, it's pretty... The atmosphere is pretty intense. 9 years ago, yes. 9 years, 9 pews, 9...
Don't stick.
I woke up on a hard floor. Damn it. Shit, my head hurts. Where am I? A small, shabby bed, a dirty sink, a toilet with no privacy. I'd seen it countless times as a cop. I'm in a cell, huh? Facing the toilet was a door set into the wall. I was still pretty woozy, but I made my way over to it.
Welcome, Mackenzie. I'm glad that was the first thing you heard. Anyway.
Pushed and pulled on it, but... it won't open. Not like I expected much else.
I'm sorry, Mackenzie.
Would be dumb enough to put me in a cell and
What
leave
was
it
that?
unlocked.
I said I'm sorry, Mackenzie.
It's okay. I'm sure she laughed. Anyway.
Threw myself against the door a few times, but it wouldn't budge. I knew it. I gave up and made my way back to the bed and sat down.
You don't like the metal sound?
I sat there for a very, very long time. Who knows how long. Then, I heard a faint voice. The voice was far away. I couldn't understand what it was saying. But I could hear one. It was pretty high, probably a little kid. Huh? No, it was several. I hear 5 or 6, maybe more.
9.
Where? Where are they coming from? I pressed my ear to the wall and tried to listen through it. No, that's not it.
Please take your eye drops. Is it money?
She said hello.
Hi. Hi, Nadgey Mom. Okay. Are you ready?
Yep.
Okay.
Left. It's coming from under the bed? I hauled on the metal frame and flipped the thing over. And there it was. The bed had hidden an air vent under it. The hole in the wall was covered by a metal grate. I dropped flat on the floor and peered through the grate. I couldn't see shit, but I knew it in my gut. This was where those voices were coming from. Hold up. Why are there kids here? But then what my inside man told me popped into my head.
Tonight, a ship is set to take the children to a large passenger liner docked offshore.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Am I on that ship? It didn't matter. All I knew was I had to get to those kids. I checked out the metal grate. Could I fit? I stuck my fingers in and grabbed it. And then...
I like how they zoom in on a picture of a kid while he is grunting.
I wish I had that echoey fart noise on the soundboard.
Reverb. Off. Sweat was dripping down my face, so I wiped it off and crawled inside.
Nadgey, how much longer do you want to go for?
I'm happy to go as long as you want to go for.
Well, we could get to another ending if you give me like 20 to 25 minutes.
Sick.
You want to go for that? Okay, let's do it. Junpei waited for Seven to resume his story. The longer he waited, however, the clearer it became that Seven had no intention of doing so. He had gone silent and simply stared off into the air, his eyes blank.
Hey, what happened after that?
He'd waited long enough, but Seven shook his head.
I don't remember what happens after that. I think I found some kind of door out of the duct. And I think I found some kids, too. Not good. Why can't I remember what happened next?
Ah, man, what happened to the kids, Seven? Did you save them?
I love kids, Charlie! I love kids!
No. I don't know if it was...
Nani?
I've got this feeling. I think one of the kids died. A girl, I think.
Huh?
Deep in his heart, Junpei felt something very cold. Seven's head dropped, and Junpei saw on it a look of sadness, the likes of which he had never seen on the man before. The large man's eyes blinked rapidly, as if he were fighting back tears, and he swallowed hard. I'm sorry, Crimbo. Okay. His sigh was like the melancholy setting of an old abandoned building. He shook his head and spoke.
Anyway, please don't ask me anymore, okay? I really don't remember anything else.
After that, Junpei could hardly try to force any answers out of the other man.
Fine. Don't push yourself. Going by what he said?
Junpei left Seven to pull himself together, and instead began thinking everything over.
The children who had been kidnapped 9 years before? Apparently a company called Cradle Pharmaceuticals had been behind it all.
You got the reference, Ren? Okay, 3 people know what it is. Rimbo.
They'd taken the children to the same ship we're on now. They'd been brought here for an experiment. Seven said it had something to do with controlling human beings. The 16 children who had been kidnapped were the subjects. Seven had said 3 of their names were Aoi, Light, and Nona. I think that's all.
You got all that?
Oh, and Seven is...
He's nodding.
...was at some point a cop. I can't really use any of this information anyway.
And Lance got it. That's 4 people.
I didn't learn anything about the Nonary game or Zero. Why were we brought to the same ship where they'd done those experiments 9 years ago? And just what the heck is this about controlling human beings? That's nuts. Did they really conduct an experiment like that?
Before long, Junpei realized he had spent quite some time deep in thought.
I don't have time to just stand here thinking. I need to get moving.
Junpei shook his head quickly to clear it and returned to his investigation, thoughts swirling in his mind. That's really interesting, Soup. Thank you. Except, like... Oh, I guess you're right. It's supposed to be Ima. Whatever. Let's just get out of this room, Nadgey, huh? You got a phone call? The reference was... I love kids, Charlie! I love kids! I'm really feeling it.
I love kids, Charlie! I love kids!
Now everybody knows, okay?
It's horrible out of context.
Okay. Let's just get out of the room, dog. I don't get the reference. Hey, did you hear something unlock? Does that mean we got it right? Yes, it looks like we did. The 14 hidden on the tile. If you convert that to hexadecimal, it's an E. Isn't that right, Nadgey?
Yeah, I think.
I'm Markiplier, and this is my dog, Chica.
You named this dog after an animatronic.
I know. Okay. Don't worry about it, Dotstiff. They passed through the open door and headed to the next room. Junpei jogged down the short staircase and looked around. Nadgey, are you ready for another puzzle? Wow.
Yeah.
What the hell is
What
this
the
place?
Oh, sorry. The words had sprung unbidden to his lips, but it was clear why. Junpei shivered. Lotus and Seven reached the bottom of the stairs and stopped short, terrified.
Ugh, this room is really creepy.
I think we ought to get the hell out of here now.
He jogged up the stairs on the opposite side of the room and shook the door on the wall next to the catwalk. It didn't open, and he muttered to himself.
Figures.
It's locked, isn't it?
Yep. Don't know why I thought this would be any different.
So, what is this room for, anyway?
Junpei looked around the room again.
Well, there's a chair in the center of the room.
Oh, looks uncomfortable to say the least. I'd rather not sit in it if I can avoid it.
The back of it was covered with electrodes connected to a nest of wires.
Looks like it's placed over some kind of glass panel.
I haven't seen that, Daniel Cho, but that sounds really funny.
Too dark to look through it, though.
Junpei turned to look at the right side of the room. There was a table covered with a piece of cloth.
This isn't dried blood on the tablecloth, is it?
On top of the table were a number of metal instruments. Junpei didn't know what they were for, and he had a feeling he didn't want to find out.
Oh, what the hell is this? What are these tools for?
That's not something I even want to think about.
It's for creating golden Freddy Fazbear. The springs are from the animatronics. But that's just a theory. A game theory. Junpei shook his head in an attempt to clear it and tried to focus on something else.
No doubt about it. This room's dangerous. Let's make our
I gotta,
search quick
my
so we can
dad's
solve
calling.
the
I gotta
puzzle
answer
and
the
get the
phone.
hell
Is that
out of
okay?
here.
Okay. I'll talk to chat. What's up, chat? You hated this room? Yeah, dude. They chickened out. On the DS version, there's a puzzle in here that was so hard that they added a hint button on the remake here. Because so many people got stuck at the brain puzzle. So they pussied out. Basically. They are connected. Hope you guys are enjoying the stream. MatPat would connect FNAF to 999. Maybe. Probably not. Any luck going for on? Nope. I've not had any freaking luck and I'm really mad. I'm mad there's no daily tenfold. I would have taken a daily single. But they put the daily tenfold on the Joker banner. Well, that's great, Lance. Well, what about Lucina, though? Is it all about Lucina? Don't bring that up. I'm sorry. Remember seeing escape rooms for this game around town? They did a promotion when the third game came out in the series. They did like a real-life Zero escape room. And, yeah, I would have loved to do that. Sans is Ness. It's official. Yeah, Donstiff, it's making me want to quit Dragalia, but I know I'm just being salty. You like the story thus far? I'm glad. Is this your first time watching Kitan? I hope it is. Streaming for another hour? It should be like another 20 minutes. I know I said that a little while ago. But, we just gotta beat this room, and then we're gonna get an ending, and then we're gonna end the stream there. Stop! You good, Nadgey? His headphones aren't on. Can you hear me? Blink twice if you can. Hey, what's up, Dylan? No. Not the Chindo. Did people actually die in that real life game? Yeah, but they signed a waiver, so it was okay. If you quit, who will lead the DDG? I put you in charge, Zachary. Not Special Smog. Great, Kitan. I hope you're having a good time. I don't think things are going too well. Well, I guess we could keep chatting, guys. I don't know. I feel awkward. But did a 39-second video on her. Go look for it, or should I tweet it to you? You could tweet it to me and I'll check it out after the stream. Let Glitter pick the leader. She wouldn't pick you, that's for sure. Didn't know if I would like this at first, but it's pretty cool. Yeah, it starts slow, but I'm telling you, the ending is like really cool. I don't want to hype it up though. But basically what I'm trying to say is the ending makes the game worth it. It's one of those games. How was your day? It was okay. Went okay. If you quit, who will hear my ramblings about a specific FE7 thief? Are you in our guild, Soup? What's your name on Dragalia? Who do you think top 4 will be for Hero Rises? Saros, Legendary Dimitri, Flame, and Holiday Altina. I don't know. Give us the rankings of the Zero Escape games. It goes in chronological order. 999, Virtue's Last Reward, Zero Time Dilemma. 999 being the best. Congrats, Special Smog. This game is okay. Not as good as the other games, but okay. Yeah, Dylan really likes Virtue's Last Reward. But I'm telling you, 999's way better. He doesn't know what he's talking about. You good, Nadgey?
Yup.
That's actually so wrong. I mean, yeah, Dylan and I are friends, IRL, and we debate about this stuff all the time.
Come on.
Or we did, like, a while ago. It's the opposite order. Zero Time Dilemma is the best. Hope Duo Lin makes top 4. Oh, she has a good shot. She has a good shot. Okay, Nadgey, I'm just gonna solve this one too. You good?
Yup.
You sure?
Yup.
You look shook.
No, I'm fine, bro.
Like, if you want to end, we could end.
No, we're good.
Okay, cool. Yeah, 999 has the atmosphere for sure. ZDT was a masterpiece. Uchi Magnum Opus. You're right. Thank you, Lance. I'll check it after the stream. A really creepy chair. The manacles make me think it was used to torture people. Well, we can't open these manacles without a key. There's some sort of weird symbol on them. Let's go look for a key, Nadgey. Maybe in this hole. I thought there was a hole here, but I guess it's got a cover over it. You aren't gonna be able to get that off. It's bolted on there pretty good. Maybe there's something around that we could use to get that thing off? Okay, let's just go look for it. The narrative does a good job at making connections and stuff, so by the time you get through all the endings, there's a lot to take in, but it all makes sense and it's great. Yeah, for this game. We're gonna find a wrench.
Wow.
The cover's bolted on there pretty good. Should be able to get those bolts off with this wrench we just found, though. Sweet, it's open. The hole's too small. You can't see in, even with the cover off. Well, you can't see in, but I think there's enough room to stick your arm in. Are you sure you want to do that? There could be something dangerous in there. Okay, I admit that scares me a little, but we need to see if there's anything useful in there. Alright, here we go. Arm into the hole. Hey, I think I can feel something. It's small, cold, and hard. It's... I was gonna make a pee-pee joke, but I didn't. Is Marth Malding? Doesn't feel like there's anything else in here. Alright, let's see what this thing is.
Oh, shit! What just fell off?
I think she had like a tag up here. Like on the hook. Okay. Never played Ape Escape? It's a fun game. Marth Copter? Marv. The man, the myth, the legend. This sun key should fit into the keyholes on this manacle. Yeah, I saw Lucina drop something. I'll pick it up after the stream. Alright, sun key, in you go, and yes! Great, they're open. I don't think we're gonna need the sun key again in here, though. Just seems unlikely. Alright, sun key, you've done your job. Into my pocket you go. You'd say VLR is the best of the three, with 909 just an inch away? Well, Dylan would agree with you. Well, they're open. What are you gonna do now? Let's just look around some more. Okay. There's something on the screen. This device will conduct the experiment. Once the experiment has been completed, the door will unlock. First, adjust the switches to match the blocks in the sample above. Huh? I don't know what this thing is, but we gotta figure out this puzzle. You're just trolling, Swain. You're just trolling. It's right next to a torture chair. Whatever it is, I don't think it's good. Anyway, we just adjust the switches to match the blocks up on top, right? You adjust the switches shown at the four corners of the screen, then press the check button. Junpei, we don't know what this thing does. You can always come back to it later. There are a lot of other things you could do. Okay. I caught you off guard. I'm sorry if I scared you.
Huh?
The Xerxes in chat, the robot voice, I think, caught him off guard.
Oh.
There's a bunch of buttons with the letters A through F on them. I wonder if they do anything. Down you go. Red, yellow, you think the colors mean something? No idea. I mean, red looks more dangerous, but other than that, the bottom of this one looks like it's covered in rust. I don't think it'll move at all. These levers have got to turn on something. Of course they would. All they can do is turn something on and off. What's important is what they turn on and off. Don't say the floor is going to suddenly open up. Why, can I not pull the lever? There we go. Did play the games in release order. Still think 9 and 9 is the best, one of the best DS games in the game achievement department. Yeah, no, it's great. I'm sorry your tummy hurts, Chaz. You shouldn't have drank so much hand sanitizer. Junpei, look! What's she? Oh, damn! I can see through the glass now. EDBF. You know what this is?
It's a shark.
There are a couple letters in the color of blood written on the shark's belly. It's dead. Looks like the letters are E, D, B, and F. Whatever these are for has to be in this room somewhere. Poor shark. E, D, B, F. What? There's a strange noise coming from the chair. It looks like it's been turned on. I guess the puzzle here was that the power had to be sent in a specific way. Okay. Adjust the switches to match the blocks on top. Wait. God damn it. EDBF. Now you know your ABC. You just ain't man enough. Sure, pal. You give it a shot. Let's just see how much more of a man you are. Hey, you're going to break it. Man, that thing ain't going anywhere. Okay. I don't remember what to do.
Well,
I think I might have to touch some of the buttons. Oh, you know what? No. I'm dumb. Okay, what do I have to do? See, this is the cheat button they added.
cheat button.
They added this, and it's dumb. The chair seems kinda sus.
Adjustment completed. Now proceeding to execution phase. To complete the experiment, data must be collected from the subject. Once preparation is finished, place subject in chair.
Whoa, I thought we solved the puzzle already. What does it mean by preparation? I don't know. I've got a bad feeling about this. I think this means one of us gotta sit in the chair. Well, Seven's never gonna fit in that thing with that gigantic ass of his. It's either you or me, Junpei. Collecting data. I wonder if it's gonna run electricity through the subject. There's a human head on the screen. Oh, maybe it's gonna zap the brain with a little electricity. This really doesn't sound safe. Anyway, we've still got to prepare. We can talk about this after we figured out what it means by preparation, alright? Well, it wants us to prepare, so maybe we ought to ask it what we need to do.
That restraining device is unlocked. Please seat subject in device.
The message on the screen was disturbingly detached.
Well, like we thought, it's not going to work unless someone sits in it.
How ironic that this would be the situation in which this slim, beautiful body is useful.
Lotus, are you sure? I can sit in it and you can solve.
Junpei's right. If we screw it up...
Seven couldn't bring himself to finish the thought. His eyes fell to the floor. Junpei followed them. Beneath them was the dead shark, floating underneath the glass. Perhaps it had been killed by an electric shock.
I'll be fine. Even if I fall in, the shark is already dead.
But...
No one likes an indecisive man, Junpei. I can still give you advice from the chair too, you know. I just don't want to stay in this room any longer than we have to. Go over to that screen and let's get this over with.
After her words had made it clear that Lotus would book no argument, she turned and walked toward the chair without hesitation. But she did not sit down. Despite what she had said, she did indeed feel hesitation. Her legs shook.
Look, do you think you could do me one last favor?
Don't say last.
You're making me nervous.
Just listen. If something happens to me, I want you to tell my daughters. Tell them that I loved them very much. No.
Daughters?
Tell them that I will always love them.
She's a mom.
Daughters?
She's a MILF?
Yeah.
What?
You've got kids?
Yes, I do. I suppose they're about your age, Junpei.
Huh?
They're twins. I had them when I was young after... Well, some things happened. Their names are Nona and...
Congratulations, Kindy Grove.
Wait! Nona?
Junpei's words shot out before he even realized what he was saying. He remembered the story Seven had told him.
Aoi, Light, and Nona. Those were their names. Well, some of them. The kids that were in the experiment.
But what the hell? What's wrong with you?
Lotus took a step back from Junpei.
Oh, the fuck?
Seven looked just as shocked as Junpei. He blinked his eyes rapidly, as if he weren't sure if he was completely awake.
No way, it couldn't. Lotus, is your last name Kashiwabara?
Yeah!
Lotus's eyes went wide.
How do you know that?
Are you serious?
Nadgey, your voice didn't go through, but you're just like, what the fuck?
There's no way you're that kid's mom.
That kid? Wait, what do you mean that kid? Why are you acting like you've met her?
Seven's brow furrowed.
I have.
What?
Yeah, I met one of your kids.
When?
9 years ago.
Where?
On this ship.
Why were you...
It's not a short story.
Look, I don't care how long it is. Tell me, please, what happened here?
Fine, I'll tell you.
Seven glanced at Junpei, then turned back to Lotus and began to speak. What's wrong?
What the hell?
What?
Why is everything connected?
It was the same story Junpei had heard only minutes before. Every detail. I can't tell you, Nadgey. Thank you, Kelly. It is official Mecha merch. Pitfall.
But... And then... That was when... From there, it looked like... Just as if... Finally... That's all I remember from 9 years ago.
At last, 7 was finished. Lotus shook her head.
Oh my God. Everything I've been looking for the last 9 years.
He didn't say, Animator Brian.
The person who had all the answers was right here.
Looking for?
Yes, that's right. 9 years ago, my daughters disappeared. Then 9 days later, they came back. They never told me what happened to them over those 9 days. I took them to the doctor, but I was told they hadn't been hurt in any way.
What's up, Argo? Good morning.
Still, I was sure that they had been through something terrible, so I couldn't bring myself to force them to talk about it. If I did, then I'd force them to relive whatever horrors they'd been through. I didn't have any choice. I had to try and ignore it and move on.
Oh.
A few months passed. Gradually, they started to act like they always had.
I wonder how many
before they
months.
disappeared.
9.
They smiled and made jokes and did all the silly things kids do. It got harder and harder for me to ask them about what happened. How could I ask them to remember that? Eventually, I knew there was no way I could do it.
Do you want your mind fucking blown right now, guys? Everyone's talking about 9s. The name Nona? Yeah. Latin root for 9.
Oh my God!
Is this where I can find the cool Danganronpa? Oh, you're at the right place. What's up, Link?
But I'm still a mother.
Link!
Simply forget that something happened to my children. So I decided I would investigate what happened on my own.
Nadgey, get up.
I'm mind blown.
During those
It's not that impressive. Just stand up.
Okay.
What did you find out?
Nothing. The police pretended to be concerned, but they didn't do anything. Once the 16 children who'd gone missing came back, things were just...
Dude, I already knew
Even
that.
the media didn't talk about what had happened. I figured someone was probably paying or threatening them to keep their mouths shut.
I can't,
Cradle
dude.
Pharmaceuticals. No, probably something even bigger than that.
Cradle Pharmaceuticals.
Have you heard of them before?
No. It's the first time I've ever heard that name. 7. How did you find out that Cradle Pharmaceuticals was connected to the kidnappings in the first place?
Thank you, Link.
I figured finding out whatever the victims had in common would lead me to the culprit. That's what any good cop does.
What did they have in common?
Every single one of the kids who disappeared had gone to this one hospital at some point. The hospital was one of a bunch that were under the control of Cradle Pharmaceuticals. After that, it was just about connecting the dots.
The hospital.
Big Pharma?
The hospital.
For a while, I was trying to get some kind of information out of the kids at the hospital. One of them told a weird story.
What was it?
Have you heard about the Gansfeld experiment? I guess all these kids had to go through it while they were at the hospital. I think it was passed off as some sort of counseling.
What did you call it again?
Oh, the Gansfeld experiment. This is how it's set up. First, subjects Q and A are put into separate rooms, far away from one another. Then a series of video images are shown to subject Q, who is told to send the images to subject A by thinking about them. Subject A, on the other hand, is put in a large reclining chair and given a blindfold.
Derail, what are you going on about? Okay, anyway.
With senses cut off, A is asked to guess what images Q is looking at.
Oh, yes, I've heard of that.
Okay, take care, Lance. Thanks again.
Bye, Lance.
It's a famous telepathy
Hope you had
experiment,
fun.
isn't it?
Telepathy. That's how the experiment on this ship was supposed to work.
The experiment to control people, right?
Yeah. I don't know if any of the telepathy stuff really exists, but maybe someone from Cradle Pharmaceuticals bought into it.
Lotus grunted. Seven had been thinking hard for the last several minutes and finally spoke.
Even if that is the case, I still don't get how that has anything to do with any of this. The notary game, Zero, why we were kidnapped. What does any of that have to do with telepathy? I know I brought all this up, but I have no idea. Maybe none of this stuff is connected after all.
It's all good, Derail. Then, in that moment of silence, a cold voice echoed down from the ceiling.
No subject has been detected. Unless a subject is detected within 60 seconds, all power will be shut down. System recovery is estimated to take 1 hour.
Nadgey, your face.
If you wish to proceed with the experiment, please seat subject in the restraining device.
Whoa, that doesn't sound good.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going.
Oh, no, that's not what we...
Just hurry up and get it over with. Junpei, I'm counting on you.
Right.
This game really outdid itself for 2009. Holy shit.
You liking it?
Yes.
Cool. Yay, timer! Lotus sat down on the chair. Junpei looked at her one last time, then made his way to the monitor.
Lotus, please, tell me right away if you feel anything weird.
You worry too much. Now get on with it and be a man, or June's gonna leave you.
Jesus Christ.
Lotus was putting on the best act she could manage, but her legs were shaking so much that if she hadn't been sitting, she likely would have fallen down. Failure was not acceptable.
Okay, let's do this.
Junpei took one last deep breath and stared at the monitor. 2009? 9? The game was initially intended to be released on September 9th, 2009, but they were late. Isn't that a shame? How does this... I'm clicking the button. Oh, you can't do it with the hint on. That'd be too OP.
Danganronpa, if I'm gonna be completely honest with you.
Well, just wait till we get to the end before you judge it. But if you're enjoying it more already, that's good. This one might take a little bit. Let me see if I get lucky.
This is Speedy trying to connect the dots in my brain.
How does this one think?
What is this monkey?
Become monk.
Become monk.
The movie 9 came out September 9, 2009. I watched that in theaters, the one with the little puppets. That was a scary movie. Like, for a kid's movie. It was, like, really dark. Yeah, I don't remember how to do this, so we're just gonna guess. Oh, that worked. Yeah! Yeah! That movie was awesome. Yeah, it was really clever. The experiment has concluded.
The door will now unlock.
I can hear the door unlocking, and now we've got a new message.
Release subject from restraining device.
I didn't mean for the echo to be there. Lotus, are you alright? Yes, I am. I'm glad nothing bad happened, but I do think my life just got a little shorter. Hold on, I'll get you out right away. Shouldn't take long for Seven and me to get her out of here. What's up, Cowley? Let's get out of here now. Being a guinea pig is not for me. Damn straight. I don't ever want to see this thing again. Yeah, 9 was about 9. Well, yeah, Derail will explain it. It was just me, Kelly. It was just me. All right, Nadgey, are you ready for more story?
The hallway goes to the left.
Yeah, but I don't see any doors.
Yes, we just need to keep going.
Right. Let's go.
It turned left twice before they saw the elevator.
An elevator.
Just what we need. Let's take this to C-Deck.
In silence, they jogged up to it. What was that?
What if I ate Marth?
I still don't know what you said, but okay.
What if I ate Marth?
Oh, ate him. I thought you were saying the number 8 for some reason. Junpei pushed the C button. Please don't eat Marth. Derail's asking, how's your dog?
Good. He's a very grumpy boy.
Doggo. I guess I could keep going. He doesn't need to see this. The elevator motor ground away, and before long, they found themselves once again on C deck. He said, "Gorilla." The door opened, and they stepped off.
Let's go.
The gorilla.
Yeah.
Junpei, Lotus, and Seven nodded up. What's so funny? Oh, is there a jar? No. Why do you have a jar, dude? Put that shit away. That's disgusting. Okay, anyway.
I'm kidding. It's a jar.
It's a funny joke. I like the jar jokes. Poor Marth's been through
Making me
enough.
feel bad. You going, oh, that's disgusting.
It doesn't matter who it is. Like it's disgusting to do that. Sorry for laughing into the mic and making a plosive. Anyway, let's continue, Nadgey, huh? Are you ready to go?
Yeah.
Okay. They ran and ran and ran. The hallway seemed endless.
I know where we need to go. The door behind the central staircase. There was a sun symbol on the keyhole of that door. And I happen to have the sun key in my pocket right now. This should open that door.
Looks like he just smelled something really bad. What happened? Nadgey, this is serious! No!
What am I fighting for?
That's awful. Don't do that. That was why they ran for the central staircase. I've never heard of that derail, but I should check it out. They had run for quite some time, and when they arrived at the door that ended in the hallway, I can't read properly. The Jupiter door was already unlocked. Alright, Nadgey, you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Let's go!
Yeah.
Junpei grabbed hold of the doorknob and threw it open. They rushed through. And stopped cold.
What?
The terrible scene before them made their blood run cold.
Oh.
3 people lay dead on the floor, covered in blood.
Why?
Junpei felt a cold sweat trickle down his spine.
It really was Jane this entire time.
He couldn't breathe. His legs shook. His body felt cold, deathly cold. But his blood was boiling hot. He could feel his mind begin to fade. He couldn't think. He couldn't concentrate. His mind was blank.
What the hell?
That was not Seven. Seven's voice was weak and broken. He edged towards the bodies, his movements stiff.
Clover.
He bent down over Clover and pressed his fingers to her wrist.
Nothing. She's dead.
Suddenly, Lotus moved. Before he understood what was happening, her hand was in Junpei's vest pocket.
Hey, what are you doing?
He leapt back. Lotus looked up at him, terrified.
The key! Get me the sun key!
Why?
Why do you think? We have to get out of here before the murderer comes back!
The murderer?
The murderer. The murderer. Once again, Junpei looked at the dead bodies.
Santa, Clover, and Ace. 3 people, 3 dead bodies.
I forgot I gotta mark some people. I didn't mark Lotus in the last ending, too. Alright, so we got Ace, Clover, and Santa. Not looking good, dude. Just saying. What's up, AZ? Welcome to the stream.
That means that the person who had killed them was...
This is why you don't bring out the jar. People die as a result.
No. No, it can't be true.
Give it to me!
Before Junpei could react, Lotus dove back into his pocket and came out with the
What
key.
did I do wrong?
Without waiting for Seven or Junpei, she ran straight for the central staircase. They followed. Junpei shut his eyes and swallowed his emotions. Sorry guys, I gotta I forgot. We're good. Morning would have to wait. Soon they stood in front of the door.
Open!
Lotus shoved the sun key into the keyhole and twisted it hard. But
Why?
What happened?
Nothing. Nothing happened. I didn't feel it unlock.
Oh no. Is it the wrong key?
I don't know. Maybe.
Lotus sighed, defeated, and leaned against the doorknob. She felt it twist. A small gap appeared between the door and the frame.
It's open.
What the hell is this?
Wait, you mean the door was already unlocked?
Why?
How would I know that? Whatever, let's just go.
Santa, his bases are good enough to carry. He got crit. I'm sorry, Mackenzie. Lotus took a deep breath and slowly opened the door the rest of the way. You nailed it, Clippers. How'd you know? They stepped inside. In front of them was another hallway. It stretched out towards the bow of the ship. They began to run. Faster and faster they ran, trying desperately to reach the end of the hallway. A few seconds later, they were there. In front of them stood a massive metal door. You want me to use Divine Pulse derail? I could do it. I think there's a way to... It's fine. There's a flowchart somewhere.
I can't see anything that looks like a doorknob or switch or lever or card reader or anything. How the fuck are we supposed to open this?
We don't have a choice. We're gonna have to go back.
No, I'm not going back there. There is a murderer back there.
There was more stark terror in Lotus's voice than authority. She was almost begging.
I don't see any other doors.
As he spoke, Seven stepped toward the door in front of them, as if to illustrate that it was the only door.
No way.
It opened by itself.
Oh my god!
It's an automatic door?
Look, guys, I've got a really bad feeling about all this. The other doors were already unlocked, and this one's automatic. We haven't seen anything like this before.
Bad feeling.
How could their situation possibly get worse? 3 people were already dead.
We've hit bottom. This can't get any worse. Shit!
Hey, Junpei!
He stepped through the door. Hello, Zachary's dog.
I can't take this anymore. No one can.
And whatever hope Junpei had managed to summon disappeared.
No. It's a lie. It's gotta be. This can't be real. No. It's impossible. If it's a dream, just wake up already. Someone please tell me it's all just a joke. I'm imagining things. Yep, that's it. This is all obviously a lie. It's a big, elaborate trick. An illusion or something, or a dream. It's made up.
It wasn't real, right? June. No, the codenames meant nothing now. Connie. Connie! Junpei cried out and leapt through the door. He flew to her side, his heart like a stone in his chest.
Connie, hang on.
Junpei swept her up and shook her by the shoulder. She moaned and her eyes fluttered open, but only barely.
Connie!
Jumpy?
Her face was pale and her lips were dry and cracked. Her eyes were blank and cloudy. They stared straight at Junpei but saw nothing. What's up, Future Vision? Junpei put his hand against the small of her back to hold her up. It felt warm and wet. He lifted his hand up. It was covered in blood.
Oh man, Connie, there's so much blood. What the hell happened to you? How did this happen?
It was all he could do not to break into tears.
Jumpy, I'm sorry.
Her voice was thin, a minuscule thread that was the only thing keeping her with him.
I might not make it.
No. No way. No way I am going to let you die. I am going to save you. I promise.
Thank you, Jumpy. Thank you so much for everything. I was really happy to see you again, Jumpy.
Nadgey's saying something. You good?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay.
Really
We're almost there.
happy.
Don't give me that I was crap. You're gonna see me again lots more times. You've just gotta hang on. All right, Connie? You... Ow, what can I do? Damn it!
He looked up from Connie, desperate for something, anything.
What's that?
Then he saw it. A small submarine.
Submarine? What on earth is a submarine doing here?
No, that didn't matter. Nothing mattered except saving Connie. That was the only thing he wanted.
That's it!
Junpei turned his head back to look down at her.
Hang on, alright? There's a submarine over there. I'm gonna go see if it works.
No, don't go. Please, don't go. Please, just stay with me, okay? I want to be close to you, Jumpy. When I...
Connie.
Jumpy, did you know you meant a lot to me when we were kids? I've liked you for a long time, Junpei. A really long time.
Junpei's vision had gone blurry. It took him a moment to realize his eyes were filled with tears. He could feel a piercing point of heat deep in his heart, like a white-hot flame.
Jumpy, do you remember we hung out a lot when we were kids? We went to the pool and to the fair. Do you remember playing snowball at the school? They're all memories I'll never forget. All of those moments are treasures to me. But I also wanted to go to a lot of other places with you. A lot more. But that won't happen now.
No. I mean, yes. Yes, it will happen. We'll go all sorts of places, Connie. You hear me? I promise. We'll go wherever you want.
Really?
Yeah, really. I swear.
That makes me happy. Really happy.
She said it to herself over and over, a weak smile creasing her tired face.
I feel sleepy.
No, Connie, don't fall asleep.
Thank you, Jumpy. Thank you so much.
Her eyes were slowly closing. Junpei screamed, even as he felt his throat go hoarse.
Connie! Connie! Connie!
What am I fighting for?
You had to.
It's perfect. It's perfect.
You had to. No.
She's gone. Derail, I did play Ghost Trick. I just didn't want to interrupt the ending. And I liked it a lot. Time passed. Junpei wept, curled around Connie's body. He cried and cried until he had no tears left. When the last tear fell, Junpei was no more. His body remained, but only as an empty shell. Elise would have been a better fit.
Elise!
Somewhere, he heard a bell ring. It was the clock at the central staircase. It rang 5 times, then faded.
5 o'clock.
Quietly, gently, softly, he set Connie down on the floor. Slowly, Junpei stood up. Only then did he realize that Seven and Lotus had not followed him. Where had they gone? Slowly, he looked around the room. There was nothing. No sign that they had ever been there. It felt as though every part of Junpei's body was made of lead. Slowly, he made his way to the door he'd come through. As he approached it, it opened, sliding apart with a sound like a grinding stone. Junpei passed through the gate and into the hallway.
Huh.
That's your
Wow.
reaction? Huh.
Wow. I really did just get the worst ending possible, didn't I?
This one's actually not a bad ending, surprisingly. Like, it
Are
doesn't
you
say...
kidding me?
It doesn't say bad end when you finish it. So yeah, his heart rattled in his chest, an empty, lifeless thing. It had been so utterly broken that there was nothing left to feel.
I'm sorry
When
if I
he's-
seem heartless right now, but I'm just so fucking upset. I can't be any more upset.
I know. Dude, it's exactly how Junpei feels. Look, just watch. When he saw their bodies, he simply stared. It was a lake, a sea of blood. 2 bodies lay in it. There was no need to check. There was no breath left in them. His eyes lit on Lotus's wrist. Her bracelet. It was gone. He stared. It meant nothing to him, just like Nadgey. He didn't care anymore, just like Nadgey. He couldn't care anymore, just like Nadgey. Junpei's body felt numb. A part of him knew the lump of lead in his chest had once been a heart. He couldn't quite remember what it had been before, or what it had been for. Tears poured from his eyes in great streams. He wasn't sure why. He gave up trying to make them stop. He turned around, the door opened again, and slowly, numbly, he walked through. He kept walking. Why stop? An object set in motion, simple inertia carried him forward. Eventually, he found himself in front of the submarine. His arm reached for the hatch. And then, he was floating in water. His eyes stared down into it. He couldn't see the bottom. His back was hot. Dimly, he felt the blade of a knife in it. Who? One dead body lay behind door number 5, the body of the 9th man. Another lay in the shower room, the body of Snake. At the central staircase were 3 more, Ace, Santa, and Clover. Just outside the door were 2 corpses, those of Seven and Lotus. And in this very room lay the body that had once been Connie. And now, Junpei would join them. Who then had killed them all? Who?
How the fuck is this not a bad ending?
Junpei let out one last breath faintly. He felt the bubbles creep up the side of his face.
I hate you.
His consciousness faded quickly, dissolving away into the cold, gentle lapping of the water. Yeah, this ending's awesome, Dotstiff. That's not a bad end.
How?
Well, you learn a lot in this route, that's why. The whole experiment on the ship with the kids, that's huge for the plot. So, like, the knife ending, you don't really learn anything. So there's other bad endings where you don't really learn much, but this is a middle ending, because they give you a lot of info, you know? Like, sure, the outcome's worse, arguably, but you learn a lot. But did you like it?
Yes!
Yeah! Don't you want to find out the truth, Nadgey?
I do.
Well, we're gonna have to find out next time.
Time to fucking have to hold back the urge of not looking up the end.
Yeah, please don't look it up. It's so... I want to see your raw reaction. Please don't Google anything. Just be
I won't.
patient. We're going to get there.
I won't.
Thank you. And that goes for chat, too. The bad ending had 2 people. Well, technically, only Lotus and Junpei, and I guess Snake and Ninth Man were dead. But you don't know what happens after Junpei's murdered. You know, the person who killed you in this ending might go around just killing everybody else. Imagine getting sub for a first ending. Could be me. I think this is a sick first ending. Like, this is a cool-ass first ending. Can I skip this?
I want to see the roadmap thing.
Yeah, sure. Well, we'll check it out. The end. Or is it?
Oh. PogChamp!
Imagine sitting in your bed at 4 a.m. with a DS in the dark, and that's what you see. The end, or is it?
That's
this game
cool as shit. That is
this
so
game
cool.
freaked me. It freaked me the fuck out when I was a kid. Like when I played it. Not when I was a kid. I was like 20. I was like 21 when I played this, but it was still freaky as fuck.
You gotta update the overlay. You gotta put in the ending.
Yeah, dude. What do you think it's gonna be? Based off that, what do you think the icon's
It's
gonna
be the one next to the knife, I reckon.
Well, what's it gonna be an icon of?
I don't know.
That's right. It's a yellow submarine. That's the submarine ending.
Ah.
Isn't that cool?
Wow.
All right, let's check out the roadmap and then we'll end the stream. So yeah.
Okay, so yeah. That makes sense.
Now, if you go here, you can see one of these choices directly locks you into the submarine ending. Okay?
Oh.
So this is technically optional because you already saw this ending, but this puzzle room's pretty cool because you get a bunch of backstory for the characters. But I don't know if you want to do it. It's up to you. And then yeah, we have a couple more endings to get. Just 4 more endings. Just plow through it, guys. It's technically 3. It's technically 3 more, but it's late. I gotta get going. But we'll continue this next Wednesday.
All right, sick.
Any thoughts, Nadgey, you want to say before we get going?
I'm mind blown. I don't know.
Me likey? Me likey?
Me likey.
Me likey. Me likey a lot. Okay, what's considered the true ending? I can't tell you, but there is a true ending.
Legit, the first one I was doing was the true ending, and then I fucked it up somehow. I don't know.
Yeah, honestly, you did everything correctly. I'll tell you. You listened to the story about Ice 9. You took the bookmark from Santa. You gave it to Clover. You were set for success. like you have to do all those things to get the true ending, and it's just a shame you missed it. But we could go back and get it. It's cool. Whatever.
Yeah.
You did great. Yeah, no, I see no harm in telling him how he did. I think it's kind of fun. Well, guys, we're gonna end the stream here. Friday we are gonna continue Binding Blade co-op. That should be fun. And then we'll continue this Wednesday around the same time. And, you know, look forward to the new Faye banner. I don't know. Hopefully it's something cool. But we'll catch you guys later.
Bye-bye.
I'm glad, Pringle Man. It's a great feeling. Like, it doesn't feel good at the time, but it's a great feeling. Put that away. God damn it. All right, guys. Take care. Thanks for watching.
Bye, guys.
And enjoy the rest of your week. SpeedyHawk out and Nadgey too. Bye.
Bye.